BKL might need some supporting.
Nice shot from VKL, and he needs no support. We're going for a running boost already.
That's nice work. That's going to catch him off guard. Don't expect that. They're both from the same direction, and the shutdown comes in. This doesn't look like an Academy team.
Here we go. Archie's managed to get himself a kill, but Jax is turning the tide again. Clutch King, the maestro of the previous map. He gets the first clean sweep going and gets it as well. Last player, low scale, gets him, and it's finished.
Now, EnVyUs and Prophecy met in week 3 of the regular season, and it was a painful day for Prophecy. I don't know why we're bringing it up, but we have to. That 16-0 whitewash came on the map Cache. Keep your eyes peeled for that one coming up as we now go into our map selections for this. Our first semi-final, very exciting. Now, SEO, surely EnVyUs will be picking Cache again, won't they?
I wouldn't say it's a given at this rate. Like, it's just, it was actually the pick that Prophecy chose in that week, is worth knowing. So it's kind of like, if anything, Prophecy might be it themselves, where they're like, okay, we don't want to think about that ever again, as far as we're concerned. But these two teams are quite weird. Like the beat-up system that they've been using, it's been quite predictable in a sense. They've always beaten the same 2 maps, essentially. So seeing an Inferno ban from Prophecy is not too surprising. It was going to be Nuke or Inferno. They've done that every week. Overpass ban from Envy, standard. The last 6-7 weeks, they've banned the Overpass. Picking Mirage, that's a map that Envy have normally banned. So that's a case of, they've not banned that one, we'll choose that. Cobble pick, that shows that Envy prefer the fact that the strength of Cobble over potentially picking Nuke, for example, which is a map Prophecy banned every week, which leaves Train for third map. So Mirage, Cobble, Train, I'd say it's probably favouring Envy in a sense, because the third map I feel Envy are better on Train, and I'm not sure about Envy's Mirage though.
Okay, but I mean, they banned Cache. They had a chance. They could have banned Train, and that means that Cache would have been the default map if it goes to 3 matches. But there you go. It's an exciting one. So starting off with Mirage, that's an exciting little map there that could be ending up in Prophecy's favour. Why would EnVyUs try and ban that throughout the tournament?
I think it's just a case of being comfortable on a map. So, for example, Prophecy, they've I think it's a consistent map that they've picked so far. They played it last week with Fleeve, so they're probably thinking this is a good map for him, especially. They might practice it specifically because they know. I don't think they'll play Overpass against us. We'll practice Mirage, and we've got experience on it technically.
But if it does come down to that third map, Train, EnVyUs are pretty strong on that one, aren't they?
Yeah, it's always been a staple for French teams to a reasonable degree. This shouldn't be too difficult. I see this could potentially now go to a 2-1, but I don't see this going to Prophecy, especially with that map pick. Cobble and Train, just a little bit too strong for the French side. You can tell they're comfortable on it. Mirage, the only thing I can put into the court here of Prophecy is they have Mirage first. They're able to get a bit of momentum onto their side. If they can win that, and they can win that effectively, they may be able to go into that second map and say, right, now we can put some work in. I think the only chance Prophecy has here is if they take a 2-0 straight away. They have to. I don't think this can go 2-1 to them.
Okay, but let's get your prediction now. We do it every single Saturday, and I enjoy it because I keep a little tally. I'll let you know how it's gone at the end of the season, but I haven't really. Listen, Mirage, prediction, SEO.
Quite a close map, but I think Envy take it, roughly 16-13.
Okay, wow. He's even throwing out a stat and a score there. What about yourself, Harold?
I am a man of
you are,
fence
correct.
sitting. Well, you don't know that. Assume my gender, son. I'm gonna go with Prophecy on this.
Okay, I love it. I'm going to move across to my lovely casters over here. I got Snods and Jackie, a staple diet of the Elite Series, and
obviously.
I absolutely enjoy that. I wouldn't get bored with it. It's like porridge in the morning. I absolutely love porridge. You gentlemen are porridge. Is that acceptable to say?
I feel like that's kind of an insult. You hate porridge. I'm not a fan of porridge. I guess it kind of shows, doesn't it? There you go.
I love porridge, as I love you, gentlemen. Look, great match here. EnVyUs versus Prophecy.
Yes.
What are we predicting today? I mean, they've gone 50-50 on the desk. Harold's gone with Prophecy.
Does like to be different, doesn't he? Just look at his shirt and it gives it away.
There you go. Oh, wow. So listen, what are we reckoning for today?
Should be the 2-0, obviously in favour of EnVyUs if you look at the stats or the scoreline in terms of the regular season. Obviously only dropping 1 map and winning 13. But obviously if you're a Prophecy fan, the only real chance they have is on Mirage, I guess. So who knows? I agree with Ben, Ezio, maybe a 16-13 on the first one, and then maybe a more one-sided affair for EnVyUs on the second map.
Okay, I do like Cocoa Pops. They make the milk go chocolatey. That's something I can discuss with.
Other brands of cereal are available.
Of course. Sorry, should have mentioned that. Or just no breakfast. But anyway, let's get down to this. EnVyUs versus Prophecy. What do you reckon, Jackie?
Well, the thing is, the only win we've ever seen against EnVyUs was with Mighty Max, and there's no Mighty Max in the server today, is there?
There isn't, genuinely.
That says it all.
You've smashed it. Listen, Snods, Jackie, I'll leave it in your capable hands. I'm looking forward to Mirage in this semi-final.
Let's get into this one, Snods.
Yes.
So, EnVyUs going up against Prophecy. Prophecy, it's kind of going to be the quick show, is what I'm thinking going into today's game. So we need to see that energy behind them. As long as they come into this with a clear head, they rile themselves up, Quick brings some energy, gets the troops in line, there's potential, but I'm not sold on it just yet.
You mentioned energy, right? Obviously, I guess Prophecy's maybe the most stressed out team we've seen so far in the League Series during the regular season when they're playing versus the other UK teams, EnVyUs, Endpoint and whatnot. They always looked so stressed, so fatigued, like the pressure was definitely showing on their faces. And now they're in the playoffs, they're playing versus the tournament favourites. Maybe that pressure's off their shoulders, and who knows, maybe that's actually going to allow them to deliver even further.
Mirage is going to be the map this goes down on as well. We've seen some Mirage in the past for either side. What's scary, though, is just how well Jax plays going into this matchup. That's what I'm quite timid of. You've got the trouble duo that comes in huge always for EnVyUs. You know what I'm talking about.
Jax and Hadji, of course, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong there. Obviously, I don't think we've seen too much from EnVyUs.Acedemy on Mirage. But obviously, we have seen Prophecy play. They lost versus EnVyUs on this map, actually. Yeah. I remember casting that one actually being blown away by how they managed to let that one slip. So hopefully, if you're a Prophecy fan out there, they have changed their style, their game plan. Actually, the last time we saw Prophecy play play on Mirage was actually when they had that other sub. I believe his name was Kree, K-R-I-I or something like that. And now they're playing with Fleeve, who actually do think's a bit better.
Yeah, Fleeve had a good result, obviously, in the game he did stand in before. He seemed like he does have a very high-octane, high-energy style of CS. Again, he's sort of one of your players that is more individually based. He's not really got as much experience in a live team environment, but if he can be molded and brought into this and feel comfortable, there's always a lot of potential for him to be a big fragger as we develop through the series.
Yeah, he's someone that gets a lot of kills. Now, obviously, kills don't mean everything in Counter-Strike. You need the clutch plays, you need the communication. What really, changes teams, essentially, is the communications and how they play those clutch rounds, the 3 versus 3s, the 2 versus 2s, and whatnot. Anyway, they're obviously fielding in the sub. How will that impact the CT sides, lacking potentially the chemistry there? And obviously, on a map like Mirage, that CT side is so crucial.
EnVyUs right now, though, the Furious Frenchmen, they seem pretty happy, Snods. Everyone quite lively as they're getting themselves ready to get into this matchup.
Well, the heavy favourites, essentially, going 13-1 in the regular season, only dropping a map to, as you said before, the Mighty Max himself on Endpoint, dropping, 35, 36 kills or something absolutely outrageous. So what happens if a player like that, a player doesn't step up to that sort of level from Prophecy, but EnVyUs aren't really matched with the same firepower? How will they perform?
Well, it's not even that as well. They need to have everyone stepping up to that mark because EnVyUs, they just have a bigger playbook. They've got more depth. They have a great understanding of how to work as a 5, whereas Prophecy, obviously not fielding their full lineup due to issues and complications there. They might not have the tactical edge. They need to bring the firepower.
Yes, we're going to find out. Go into the pistol round here. Prophecy right now starts on the CT side. Kale going to be buying the kit and smoke. And of course, right now the bomb. 4 players from the EnVyUs side right now, slowly but surely making their way towards B apartments. Fleeve right now, the sub for Prophecy, going to be jump spotting away, see if we get some early information here and eventually fall back, and now he's spotted.
Looks like it's going to be the Jacob that's been called, Snods, as they go for this B attack. Let's see if they can actually pull it off. Fleeve is firing away quite rapidly on this USP, attempting to get the headshots, but he has been overwhelmed. Takes Dinks, but eventually finds the opening headshot. Takes down Hadji, as he can stay alive as well. Falls to Jax in the end, but the rotate has been allowed for Prophecy. They get on the site, and Quicks gets the headshot.
Man advantage right now for the CT side. Kale and Quicks are so low right now. One shot from the Glocks will take them down eventually. But right now the retake begins. You can see the bomb is planted towards default. You have Lambert now. The bomb is planted for B apartments. He has to go huge.
Yeah, Lambert, as he just holds, he's going to be the most important factor. He needs to stay alive into the late round and be able to come in clutch. They do have one kit, but the players attacking from short are getting tagged down low. Everyone on that Prophecy side could be knocked over by a strong gust of wind. Snods as Lambert finds the opening frag. Quicks will retaliate. Quicks is the only real difference maker, but Kale finds the shot, and it is all down to Lambert as we assume this round would tickle down to. He gets the opening frag. Can he get the second? Dives on towards the bomb site. Time's ticking away. Arch has the kit. He's missing the knives, but eventually will take him down.
There you have it. Prophecy, they have the man advantage on the retake, but unfortunately for them, the execution wasn't quite there. And in the smoke, Lambert will knife Arch. That's 1,500 extra dollars in straight cash onto the AWP wielder, the AWPer, for the EnVyUs side. If there's one player you want to have an extra investment of cash to, it's definitely going to be a Lambert. Anyway, there's going to be 3 MAC-10s, a UMP there, and the AK onto Jax. We're expecting potentially more of a weaker buy from Prophecy, and they're right. It's going to be upgraded pistols onto 4 players, Scout, and no Kevlar there for Kale. And once again, EnVyUs successful in the last one towards B. They're going to be rolling the dice once again.
Yeah, they found that weak angle right now, and they're just going to continuously hammer it
until it breaks as they go once again for the B strike. They know they had success here in the previous round. Jax gets the opener and the double headshot as well as he takes down Quicks.
In the interview before this game, I mentioned him as my... Oh my god, that was through his teammate's body as well. Anyway, I mentioned the preface before this one, the interview of Yasmin, that my MVP here for the Elite Season's regular season was Jax. And right now is showing why.
Yeah, incredible talent on that individual. Archer as well, just trapped right now by jungles. He just wants to try and hold out. He does have that CZ and the armor that he's invested into, so no reason carelessly just throwing that away. Just wait and see if anyone does push. If they go a bit John Rambo, and he might find himself an exit frag.
Yeah, has Kevlar as well. You can save this one into round number 3. Obviously, dream scenario right now for Prophecy, or for Arch essentially, so try get one gun, try get an AK or something from Jax, but there you have it. The run and gun Mac 10 will eventually take him down. It's going to go 2-0 and 5 players staying alive as well for the T side, means their money will start to bloom here. You want to be able to establish a good economy early on into your half, so that in case you do lose rounds, once those buy rounds begin, you have a good enough economy to be able to afford. Look at that shot as well. But anyway, to afford continuous buys and constant economic pressure onto your opposition. Anyway, the round number 3 begins. Folika run out for Prophecy. Obviously, in the last one, they went for the Force buy. Forces a Kevlar Scout as well, but this time it's just pistols, no Kevlar, and a rush through mid.
I like this though, Prophecy, you actually have to switch it up on these eco rounds. You can't play them out like standardized gun rounds. They go for the all-out mid push, but they walk straight into the meat grinder, and they've all been turned to sausages. Nods, they're dead.
So, round number 4 now. EnVyUs having the 3-round advantage going into the first buy round. 5 players staying alive on both rounds as well, means their money should be soaring. Let's see now, one of the biggest issues is when you lose your pistol on your CT side is look what happens when you go into the first buy round. The money right now for Prophecy is so low after buying out all their utility and firepower. If they lose this round, they'll be broke once again. EnVyUs.Acedemy going for the audacious play here. Look at them keeping forward. 4 submachine guns, 4 SMGs into the first buy, and if they win this round, Jack, they'll set up their economy for the rest of the half.
Once again, they just go for this B attack as well, consistently. This is that common strategy. You find the weak point, you over and over again just beat down on it.
They know where Fleeve is. They know where the substitute is for the CT side. Prophecy changing their lineup 2 times so far in the Elite Series. They're going to be testing the new recruit, but already he delivers and finds the first frag.
Yeah, a bit of a different opener this time around, as he will slow things down ever so slightly. They do push in though and get the response as Hadji starts to rev his engine a little bit. They're going to go straight up commit on the plant here as well. It seems they do clear the angles. Eventually VKL takes Fleeve down. It's a double kill with a Mac 10 on the first full buy.
There you have it. Prophecy sent 3 players towards the A site, 1 towards window. They left Fleeve alone towards B. After EnVyUs going 3 times towards that B bomb site, they thought eventually they'd have to go towards the other one. A poor read there from Quicks. Usually so good with his calls. One of the reasons they actually finished 3rd in the Elite Series. But unfortunately for him, Lambert had the upper hand.
Yeah, going to be able to get the read off of them. And it seems like now EnVyUs, they are just sticking to what they know. Consistent side takes.
What's worse as well is the fact that they won this round of 4 SMGs. They've retrieved the guns off of the dead bodies from Prophecy. Orb was picked up by VKL. M4 picked up by Petascale, so they've into this round. There might be $10,000 into some of these players right now from EnVyUs.
They've got everything for free. There was 3 casualties on the side of Prophecy. They only have these 2 M4s they go through with.
Oh my goodness, look at the money. I think all of them have over $10,000 after 4 rounds. Right now, it's not looking good for Prophecy. They're going to have to win 3 rounds in a row if they want a chance of breaking and resetting the economy onto Prophecy. So, look at that. Every player, well, apart from Jax having to rebuy, 4 players have over $10,000 right now for EnVyUs. That goes to show how easy these rounds have been for the French side.
Well, this is naughty as well. Lambert gets the opening kills, but you can see Hadji actually still has the Mac 10. He always does this consistently as the player in EnVyUs we see take those weapons even to more ridiculous situations, and normally he comes out on top.
Does indeed. Man number 5, though. Already the man advantage off of the AWP there from Lambert, which was retrieved from the dead body of Kolop. Bomb already out towards Sandwich, and they're going to be committing towards A.
BKL comes in with a headshot as he will take down Arse. Another front coming in as well. Petascale eliminates Kolar as they have got a lot of map control. They've swarmed towards the A bomb site. They can go for that bomb commit whenever they want now. And Quicks and they can't achieve really too much into this.
Yep. 5 versus 2. No kits for the CT side as the bomb is planted. Gonna have to potentially try and save, but look at this already. All the aggression towards CT. As Hadji finds the first with a Mac 10. How does he win that duel?
This is what I'm saying. It's always consistently Hadji that actually runs the risk and makes it pay off. Oh, the pre-fire coming out there. You thought Quicks might have actually been able to get another frag on the board, do some kind of dent in the economy, but even then it wouldn't be substantial.
Prophecy right now, they need this round. If they lose this, it goes 6-0. A 6-round deficit already for the CT side.
And these are 6 fast rounds.
Yeah. Anyway, though, buy right now for the CT side. It's going to be 2 AWPs onto Archer and Corlop. Probably going to have one towards middle, one towards B, as obviously EnVyUs have been really favouring that B portion of the map. Aggression here towards middle from EnVyUs, so they try to take control of mid. Control of middle, you can tunnel the CTs back towards the site and try to split upon them.
Look how ready as well. The seed of doubts have been planted in their mind. They're having to play that 3 setup towards B site now. Starts with 2 on short because of them constantly going for that B aggression.
And look, there's no one towards B right now from EnVyUs. They're going to be expecting the over-rotation towards B as they're paranoid as to how Fleeve has given up the site 3 times already.
Fleeve is in the elevated angle, peering over the top of the smoke here as he might actually get himself a taste of the opening frag. Does do so and gets away with 5 HP, but somehow he's still alive. And kicking Kale towards connector finally does some work as well. Haji goes down. It might get traded back though as a double kill comes in. Apparently VKL's going to run wild.
Fleeve, 5 HP, bomb back towards T-Spawn. Lambert got his running shoes on, got his Nikes, gets the bomb, going to be coming back towards the A side.
Will they be able to do anything? You can hear the AWP shot going off, but Kolor just uncomposed will fall. VKL as well, surely Quick's had the drop on him.
This isn't looking good right now. Fleeve, 5 HP in the 1 versus 3. Bomb's going to be planted. Look at the plant as well. It's planted front triple. It's planted for ramp. It's planted for connector and jungle. And look at the after plants once again from EnVyUs. They're always in positions where they can play off of the bomb. That's one of the weaknesses we saw from the UK teams, was the fact their after plant positions didn't really make sense. They were sporadic. They had no real reason.
It's true. This is the thing right now, Stuns. I know it's only 6 rounds, but in the fashion they're being won, it's starting to smell a lot like the cash game that Prophecy had.
Oh, I doubt we're going to be seeing a 16-0 in playoffs, but then again, Prophecy did have a 5 versus 3 advantage, the 2-man lead, and how many times are you going to be getting that advantage? But then again, Fleeve will find 1 kill, and eventually saves with 5 HP.
The amount of investment they put into this round as well is huge. It was a double AWP buy for them when they were entirely broke. They are getting that full loss bonus as well because of the amount of rounds they've lost in a row, but even then, they're still going to be left in shatters.
Jesus, $16,000 already onto a player from EnVyUs. It's only been 6 rounds played. So, right now, what's the buy? What's the thought process behind this for Prophecy? They're going to be going for the quasi-buy. This means they can still afford a 4 buy into round number 8, but they will still be able to have some firepower into round number 7. UMP onto Quicks, M4 saved by Fleeve, 3 upgraded pistols as well, and they're going to be stacking towards the A site. Could this be a good read right now? Quicks has setted 4 people towards A from Prophecy, and right now Lambert with the bomb. The IGL and captain for the French side right now with the 6-round advantage is also, well, essentially taking his gaze towards the A bomb site.
You got Haji. Once again, up to his old tricks. He's gone back to the MAC-10 into this round. VKL comes out with the opening frag as well. A contact pick on towards Quicks. They've lost their opening player who was playing deep towards balance. That's a lack of information already. They are trying to counter this, though, by resituating as they do send Arch in.
But look, VKL has all the information he needs. They know it's a stack, and already Haji finds a second. It's going to be a 2-man advantage right now for EnVyUs. They don't really lose when they have these advantages. They're not a team that gives up any room to budge. And now they have all the information that they needed off of the back of the push there from VKL early on. They know there's a stack towards A. There's no one from the CT side towards the B bomb side. It should be a free plant.
Haji's just able to drive in from the back as well. Actually does find that frag with the support of Jack, so another ridiculous amount of money going to be sent straight to his bank account.
But what is money right now? Money is essentially no object for EnVyUs. They have 16,000 onto so many players. These rounds have been so one-sided. And there you have it. It's going to go 7-0. They're going to be leaving Arch alone now in the 1 versus 5. Best chance here is he can try to get the gun, try to take an AK out of the hands of one of the EnVyUs players, and actually, there you have it, eventually will go down. 5 players again staying alive for the T side as we go into round number 8, I believe. Then again, the Prophecy can still buy. That was the quasi-buy. They were expecting the loss in that one. But let's see, are they going to go for the double op setup or the single one?
But it's the fashion they lost that round in as well. The majority of the frags coming out from Haji just dismantled them, just playing that lurk role. It seems like they have the right idea at the beginning of the round, but there's no adaptation. As soon as it doesn't go the right way for them immediately, they can't fall back on it and readapt.
Yeah, you can see EnVyUs right now, they're adaptable. They see stacks towards positions on the map, and they change their thought process into the round on the fly. Prophecy on the CT side, they have to be changing things up, get aggression somewhere, try to get information, so that they know that what EnVyUs are trying to basically put on them.
And this is the man that needs to sort of make the impact as well. Kolor on the AWP. Normally, he's that consistent, aggressive fragger. We see him opening up to sort of defensive angles, taking picks towards mid. Right now, he's just playing with cold feet.
VKL finds the first one to Arch towards Palace. Already the man advantage here again for EnVyUs. We've seen how this one's played out so many times. They're going to be splitting towards the A side through Connector, through Palace and Ramp.
Yeah, Just depends on the timing here. Is looking with the wallbangs coming out. Canley's left on 5 HP towards stairs. Both of them are solo. They could go down in a matter of seconds. Canley will actually find the opening. Fractal Color as well supports his teammate. Big Sin, but can he do some damage? Has to play on the contact angle. Will find it. And it's just up to VKL. He finds the opening frag. It's him and Fleeve left in a 1v1. The bomb is miles away. He has 55 seconds here.
He does indeed. He has more than enough time to go all the way back around towards T-Spawn and take the bomb towards that B-bomb. So Molotov goes out towards jungle. But look at the health right now for Fleeve. 13. What on earth is he supposed to do in this scenario?
The thing is, the amount of time he has, he could decide if he wants to go for the full rotate towards B, if he wants to go for a late round take towards that A site. He has 2 flashbangs as well. He could potentially try and fake this, and Fleet basically just has to commit to a site. He does have a kit, that's the only redeeming factor. But on 13 HP snods, a random spray, anything could kill him.
So, VKL has an understanding now. He expects Fleeve to be clearing out the A site right now. And a good presence of mind as he's correct. B-bomb sites for free now. Fleeve may be hearing these flashes towards the B-bomb site. He clears out A, and now he knows it's going to be the bomb planted towards B, but look. The bomb is planted for short. And now VK can play off of that towards the short pillar. They're going to be meeting each other very shortly.
Oh, it just depends on time. If he doesn't actually suspect this, he has his back to him, but he hits the audio. Who turns around and gets the frag and takes him down. They hit him rounds.
So, they were so close to going undefeated in the regular season. And right now they're showing why. It seems that this EnVyUs side is one of the only teams in the Elite Series that's actually progressively got better as the season went on. Prophecy, they started, well, hot in the season. They were winning comfortably versus all the UK teams. And then suddenly, as soon as, it's like week 5, week 6, there seemed to be a bit of doubt in their minds. They changed their lineup, Slap was removed, there were subs brought in, and then since then, it's all been downhill.
I don't know, I think EnVyUs did have a bit of a slump towards the midway of the season. They definitely started dropping more rounds against the UK teams, but...
They were losing rounds, but not maps. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When you're already guaranteed playoffs, sometimes you might let, room for error. But talking about room for error, already, Calais, Arch do go down. But luckily, Collar there with the 5-7 finds one.
Let's find that return and frag as he takes him down. Grabs himself the AK, nice movement on display, and he finds a headshot as well. This is good from Kolor. This is the man I wanted to see start to get some energy behind him and find those impactful frags. Might not be with the weapon that he made his name with, but let's see what he can achieve with this AK.
So, man advantage right now for EnVyUs regardless of the back, the good plays there from Kolor. No CT kits, only 2 flashbangs and the Molotov. And right now, Fleeve towards underpass might get spotted towards top mid, but look at the time in there. As they find Hadje, no they don't! He still gets the kill.
He had to get that frag. He took down Hadje. This round could have been a completely different story. The smoke actually blocks him as well, so Kolor in this moment of panic will get executed by Lambert for sure.
Even he can't believe how Fleeve wasn't able to get the kill there. Nevertheless, it's going to go 9-0. Usually on the T side, if you get 9-6 scoreline, you're happy. And it's looking like this could be a 12-3 and 11-4. Well, I say 11-4. This could easily be a 13-2 here as well.
At what point do you go for this pause? Surely there's got to be some kind of communication. They need to switch things up. They're doing the same thing every round, expecting a different result.
Sign of insanity, mate.
Definition of insanity.
Definition, same thing. Anyway, let's see if we're going to be seeing the same thing, and that's a round win from EnVyUs. Luckily, the caller goes big. Finally, an impact with the AWP. He was so good in the season with that AWP finding the first kills across the board, and now he's finally done it here when his team needs him. How are they going to play off the back of the man advantage? We saw them lose a 5 versus 3 situation earlier on in the half, but this time they have to knuckle down and get the win.
Really have to strap their boots up right now and get ready for this one, as you've got yourself that opening kill. Just play smart CS, play back, play supportive angles, crossfire with each other. You just need to play the trade game. You can win this round.
So, 1 minute on the clock. Hadje spotting out Kolos up again. Going to be coming towards underpass. They have a player towards B apartments as Peterscale. And Lambert with the AWP towards middle. They can actually go for a B split here. That Molotov from Hadje goes back towards short. They can boost up here and peek towards jungle.
The AWP is in position though. Kolor is going to be that frontline infantry, but the timing's awful! He loses his head. Hadje with a 1-round tap as he will eliminate him in a matter of seconds, Nods, and they equalize the situation.
Suddenly the man advantage is gone. It's going to be the 4 versus 4. They're making their way. Charging up short right now. Hadje leading the charge.
Making their way downtown to B-bomb site. Let's see if they can actually find the kills on the way, though. Quick's in position, a bit of a cheeky angle as he's ready to try and find that kill, but he's losing his teammates. Will get one, has to try and get the second. Quick's lands it, nearly the third, but EKL will end his reign of terror, leaving them in a 2v2. This is the closest round yet.
Lambert with the AWP towards short. The bomb is planted for him. He's in such a good scenario right now with that weapon. The rotation, though, from Arch towards short. He has to get the kill onto Lambert, otherwise this could be 10-0.
All he's got to do is provide support here, be that overwatching player, but he loses his head. Arch takes him down. They can now try and push in. VKL gets one. He swings wide, and VKL, the overface, will come back to bite him.
Finally, they get around. It's going to go 9-1, but only one player staying alive for the CT side means their money still won't be in a good scenario. We might even see some UMPs out here.
And the scary factor is they were getting that consistent full loss bonus every round. Now that's going to be reset if they lose out to EnVyUs in the next round.
Exactly. EnVyUs.Acedemy right now could shatter the CT money, essentially. If they win this round, they reset the round loss bonus. The round loss bonus onto Prophecy from 3,400 to 1,400. If they win this round, make it 10-1. Force a weak buy from Prophecy, 11-1. Force an eco, 12-1 could easily be the scoreline here if EnVyUs can pull this one through. And Hadji has a Mac 10 when they've got 16k in the bank.
This is what I was saying. Hadji loves this play. He goes for it consistently in a majority of games we've actually seen him play. Early Molotov comes in as well. Kale gonna get forced back. The opening frag comes out from Quicks, but it's an early trade. It's Hadji as well with the Mac 10. So the amount of anger you're gonna be feeling from this round as Hadji is a monster.
Fair play to the lad. As the Mac 10 doesn't even need the AK, the drive-by submachine gun kills will warrant them some success already.
Oh no, playing around the smoke as well. Snods, he's got the drop on them. Just lying in wait right now for the correct moment to try and make this incredible play. Surely not, as he just waits it out. They slowly tiptoe through. Arch might spot him out as a bit of panic comes out. And Hadji does let it slip.
Low HP as well for the remainder players on EnVyUs. 50 and 28 onto Lambert. Let's see what they can do with the Mantis advantage.
You got shot. The apps in play here. They're good after plant angles, but it just depends on the composure of the tees. They actually start to fault a little bit here. Pettyscale maybe confused. They've tapped the bomb already. Just face over, but he finds the frags. Pettyscale. The 1v3, that is the worst case scenario. The reset comes back for the CT.
They know exactly where he is as well, and in the moment they just get confused. Both of those players in that 1 versus 2 there, they knew where Pettyscale was, but they didn't know who had the kit. They had to fumble out who was going to go for the defuse in the smoke. And you saw the player he killed towards Van was looking towards Kitchen.
Arch had the little hair flick of anger there. Everyone very frustrated on that side.
He's not happy, is he? Oh, this is mental. 10-1 is going to be the score, and the reset comes through. Hadji again with the signature weapon, the Mac 10.
The Biggie Smalls play as he tried to cause some havoc towards the A-bomb site. Unfortunately, will go down this time around. It's Fleeve and Quicks remaining. They only get one kill. Can they double it up? Actually, Quicks, the strike, takes down VKL, but that weapon's not really recoverable.
No kits as well for the CT side as the bomb can go down potentially. Quicks towards CT. Eventually will be traded out here as Lambert takes him down with the AK.
So much utility for them as well. So even though they're in a great position, they can still afford to expunge all of this to make sure they get this round and have no chance of actually letting it slip. The kill will come out eventually though. Jax gets the frag and they continue on in their warpath.
And that was the force buy from Prophecy. I said it before, if EnVyUs won that round, it was looking like a 12-1 essentially. So, the full eco is going to come through. It's already 11-1, a 10-round advantage on the T side here from EnVyUs. They should make it 12-1. Then going into the penultimate round as well, round number 14, the buy, what's it going to be looking like? Keita, if we can see the money right now on the scoreboard. So, no one has $3,000 on the CT side, so there's going to be no AWP for Arch and no AWP for Corlaw.
And they're ready for this play. They know that we've seen on the ecos the occasional aggressive mid-push from Prophecy, so all they've got to do is just hold. They're going to, once again, push into them, offer the frags. They're not going to be able to trade just yet. Arch will claim one, but it seems like that's all they're going to be able to actually manage into this one.
Oh, there it is. The Mac 10 again for Hadji. Must have, what, 6 or 7 kills with that weapon already. So, going into round number 14 now. Prophecy, no AWP for them. Unless Arch goes for a glass cannon AWP. We might see it. I mean, Prophecy are going to have to be desperate right now in this scenario. They need a miracle if they want a chance of maybe even finishing this one off at best 12-3.
Yeah, they just can't get any momentum behind them. They're just struggling round after round to actually get some sort of connection in the plays. It just looks lackluster right now.
No AWP for Lambert as well, so there's currently no AWP in the server. 5 rifles versus 5 rifles. A failed smoke there towards window, but already they have control of mid. Quicks towards CPL, boosted up, but the window smoke comes through, and they can make their way up through connector, potentially splitting the A site already with only 1 minute 30 left on the clock.
Oh, Kylo. Waiting by connector now as they are going to try and once again gain that early mid control and then capitalize on a choke point. It is going to be the split strike towards the A-bomb site. The early frag comes in. It's caused a little bit of chaos as well for Prophecy trying to decide where to actually focus towards. They have one less player to watch so many angles. Kolor trades it back though with the M4. And Kale trying to hear those audio cues, seeing if anyone is backing off. They are actually repositioning and second guessing this strike as Quicks gets the headshot.
Man advantage still for Prophecy, but low HP onto Quicks and Kolor. They have control of mid. The bomb going to be shifting back towards B. Fleeve and Quicks have to go huge, and there you have it. Quicks finds a second for himself into the round. It's going to be the 4 versus 2.
This is critical for them. They had to have this round on the board, and they are actually getting all of the frags. Lambert, He's a 1v4 to pick this round up. He's got 40 seconds. He is making his approach over towards B. There's only one player there, and it's Fleeve. Fleeve is ready, and we'll find the frag. They've doubled their score now with 2 rounds in the bank.
So, off of the back of the individual players there from the CT side, they win every single Angel. Headshots from the M4 eventually do prevail. We go into the final round to the first half. 12-2. So again, no AWP right now for Prophecy. Lambert had the M4 in the last one, but this time he would bring in all the firepower to this final round here. On the terrorist side, it's going to be the AWP, 4 AKs for the EnVyUs side. And there you have it. Again, 5 rifles for Prophecy. They've won all the Angels. Can they do it again?
Well, the peek comes out, but Lambert misses the opening contact frag. Luckily enough, though, there isn't going to be an overextension from Prophecy. They don't charge in and attempt to get this frag. Jax is still doing work, though. He puts a bit of effort in, finds the opening headshot, takes down Kolor. Can Arch actually respond? Will take him down. Overextends out a little bit, grabs the AWP as the push is coming in towards A.
4 versus 4 now, 1 minute 50 on the clock as well. Bomb back towards middle. They're leaving Fleeve alone towards the B side. Jax right now has the drop on him.
Oh, he pre-fires round, though, doesn't actually commit to the angle just yet. Fleeve's just paranoid rather than anything. The flashbang comes in to try and allow him to re-peek it. It seems like they are being a bit stagnant now.
Quicks maybe caught off guard here. Actually, no, he's holding for the aggressive peek from Jax. They know exactly where he is towards CPL. The bomb going to be making its way towards B, though. Fleeve is alone towards that B site. They need another rotation towards the B bomb site, but will it come in time, though? And still, Calais is towards CT. He has to move.
And that's the thing. They've had no information about the actual location of the bomb. It's been left the entire map just waiting by T-Spawn. So they haven't had any reason to actually decide what site will be truly pushed onto. It could all be a mind game or a fake, but Fleeve and Quicks do work. They find the early frags. It's just left on VKL to try and trade it back. He's arrived on the scene. Will get the opening kill. Can he find out Fleeve here as they just hold for their position? 23 seconds left, Snods.
Low speed onto Fleeve towards site. Rotation comes in towards Kitchen, and then there's a player towards B. He finds the headshot there onto Fleeve into the 1 versus 2.
1v2 situation. He's got 10 seconds essentially as this time starts to tick away. All they've got to do is peek when they hear him commit with the bomb plant, as they know it has to be a full commit right now. But he does get away with it, able to stay alive. It's a fantastic angle. His back is covered. There can be no support, no duo peek from Quicks and Arch right now, as he's just trying to toy with them. He's actually doing it fantastically as well. The right timing is there, but he goes down to Quicks. He will find the frag. They lock it down. He's able to work through. Prophecy, finally a bit of momentum towards the end of the half there. Can they start to bring it back?
That's created. It just seems to be unstoppable.
It's true. I mean, we had a couple of good rounds from Prophecy where individual players would pop off, but it was only now and then. No one at the same time has ever come to fruition.
Yeah, I mean, 1 round, you have Kolor go well. Calais towards Connector found 2 kills. That's one of the only buy rounds they've won, essentially. But obviously the firepower into Hadji with the MAC-10 of all weapons, and Jax as well with the AK is too much to handle. Pedescal now the support player for the EnVyUs side. Can be buying the smoke and the defuse kit. And let's see a heavy stack towards B. It's a good read again from Lambert.
Yeah, they are just going to try and hold this down. They have the support. They're playing these crossfires as well with the baiting angle, so if they do push in, they can get the early kills off. VKL actually towards Connector gets that information as they are trying to roam around short, but Quicks takes him down.
They're actually still going towards B though. Lambert finds 1, equalises it, and gets the 1 towards short as well.
Lambert is doing all the damage, but they clear the angle. Smart play from Kolor as he pre-fires out with the Glock, finds that kill, leaves him the 2v2. They're trying to retreat. Kolor, where's his composure right now, Snods? He's panicking all over the place, struggling to hit the trigger, and they will be able to back off Kolor. He's left in the 1v2 now. It's all up to him to try and get this opening pistol run. It's so important they get it, or Prophecy could be losing the game right now.
All EnVyUs have to do right now is play together. They have the 2 versus 1. The bomb is planted. They have a defuse kit as well. Let's see what Kolor can do to land 2 perfect headshots.
Oh, he's just going to walk in. No one's focusing towards the angle with a flick from Pettiscale. He's disappointed with himself. The defuse is going to come out. It's going to put on 13 rounds. They're going to get the second 2. That's match point at least, essentially guaranteed from 1 round. But Prophecy did get the bomb plant, so they can try and get a buy-in to contest that.
So obviously, if this was a more competitive game, I'd say an 8-7, a 9-6. You get the bomb down on your T side. You get the $2,000 across the board. You eco that second round, so you can buy in the third. But at this point, when you're 30-3 down, Prophecy need rounds on the board ASAP. They cannot forfeit match points so early on already. Actually, or are they? They're not going to go for the buy. So this is going to go 14-3, and Prophecy will need 12 to even force overtime.
Very risky stuff. VKL trying to go for a bit of the Hadji play right now, as he will actually invest into the MP9. Quite heavy on the SMGs here, but EnVyUs, they can try and risk it. Pettiscale open it up with the UMP as he takes these close range fights and gets all the frags so easily. Everyone is dropping. VKL is just showing his acrobatic skills as well, Snods. It seems like he knows how to do quite a few little jumps here, as he will find the frags. Fleeve takes him down, but Fleeve was traded out as well as they run through them crazily into that round.
So we'll go 14-3. 11 round advantage right now for the CT side here from EnVyUs. This is a team that's good at closing out games. We've seen a couple massive comebacks. Obviously, the EnVyUs versus XL1, 15-9 down. And they couldn't close that one out. We've seen many chokes, but obviously none of them have been from EnVyUs. This is a team where they have the system in place. They all have so much faith in Lambert and his calling. Will it be enough to push them towards the finals? It's looking likely.
It's true. Prophecy really have just let it slip. The confidence has gone from everyone, just plain faces across the board. They've hashed out off the back of the flashbang. They've actually slipped in. There's a lot of map control this time around. It's looking good as they get the initial frag. Fleeve takes down Patescale. Kale as well starts to do a bit of damage, takes down Jax, but VKL through the blindness will find that opening kill.
Issue is, though, he is low. It's the man advantage right now, making a 2-man advantage for Prophecy right now on the T side. Hadjay, again with the SMG, this time no longer on Mac 10, but actually the MP9 through the smoke quicks will go down. Maybe they can go for this one? Actually, no. If Hadjay was closer, there's a chance. They do have the kit onto Hadjay and good utility, but obviously you have a 14-3 lead. You might as well concede one round, make it 14-4. You've still got a 10-round advantage, and of course you can still buy up into the next one.
Yeah, it's worth playing smart CS here. This is good, because a lot of teams, when they do have such a high lead, they'll go, oh, we can throw this round.
Yep.
Let's just run in and hope to see what we can do. Maybe we can clutch it. It's worth it, but it's definitely not. You want to try and give away those rounds when you have such a wild lead to be able to play consistent CS.
The key to coming back into games when you are in a big disadvantage is breaking the opposition's economy, forcing out the weak buys, your quasi-buys, your ecos, and if you're silly enough to give away M4s and give away orbs like that so carelessly, that's how you make room for the enemy to come back into it. And then, well, then again, you have a 10-round advantage already after just 18 rounds being played, but nevertheless, we're going to round number 19. The buy will still be fairly strong right now for the CT side. Pedescale going to be wielding the MP9. 3 and 4s and the AWP again onto Lambert versus the 4 AK buy from Prophecy, and of course the AWP in Kolor's hands.
And we saw as well Kolor being the active one that was talking during the freeze time before the round started, probably saying he's going to try and go for more an aggressive pick. You've got cash for the AWP, try and let me take that early mid control, and then we'll go for the split push towards A.
Jax run out towards window, the flashbang's coming.
He's going to try and peek out. Doesn't spot anything out. He knows there is at least someone around there, but doesn't have exact information on what's occurring. As they go for this push through, they get the choke point. Caught off guard as well as pants around his ankles. He was trying to get a flashbang out to support his teammate. All the kills are coming up for Prophecy. They start to go huge towards the A bomb site. Hadjay is attempting to retaliate, but it's not really the most favorable angle at the best of times.
Once again, it's going to be Hadji and Lambert towards that B bomb site. Going to be forced to save again as we go into round number 20. It's going to go 14-5 here as EnVyUs are throwing in the towel.
Opening round there. This is the thing. Prophecy, all they need to try and do is play together as a unit. Slow it down a little bit. Go for that split and pick style CS. Brute force in when you go for a capitalization. It's the exact same style of play, right? We see how EnVyUs are playing it towards mid. They're allowing them to have mid control. They're just holding for choke points. If you can find those key frags and overwhelm those individual players that are so vital to that defense, it's going to come back in your favor. So,
Hadji right now going to try and save the M4. Calais spots him out. There you have it, he wins the duel. It's only going to be Lambert last alive. He gets a nice flick there, and through the smoke, I believe he'll survive, but there's still a few seconds left. He misses the shot, and there you go, he will go down. So no weapons carried forward into round number 20 from EnVyUs. How is that going to be affecting their buy?
Yeah, what do we see them actually go for here? They're going to potentially try and go for that double AWP setup, maybe get one on Quicks. It seems like it's probably better off just sticking with the rifles right now with the style system they're playing. Nice double opening there from Quicks.
It was indeed. So, 9-round deficit right now for Prophecy. Obviously, right now they're going to be playing versus the Eco, so essentially it's going to be an 8-round deficit after this one. Unless something goes crazy, and someone on the EnVyUs side goes huge.
Arch on the entry here. We'll be able to find the initial frag, and his teammates now support him as well. They're flooding through. This is better. These consistent A takes, they do have the advantages around quite massively. Their arsenal's just a lot stronger. Fleeve's just running through them. Hadji actually with a taser. He loves to be a bit cheeky, doesn't he?
He loves it, doesn't he? Mac 10s, tasers or whatnot, actually finds a weapon as well. Obviously having no Kevlar, that means the aim punch is just too much to handle. And there you have it, round number 21 shall begin.
What an electrifying round that was.
There you go, mate. Got any more for me?
That was a shocker.
Any more?
Nah, that's it.
There you go. Does lightning strike twice though?
Oh.
Hey.
Not in the same place.
Exactly. So will it be towards the B side?
Maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, round number 21 now. It's going to be the 4 AK by AWP again onto Kolor. We've seen some great stuff from him so far, but right now it's going to be challenged by Lambert's AWP. But Lambert has no Kevlar. We call that the glass cannon. The reason being is you miss a shot, the aim punch is too much, and right now he's only showing his head.
Oh, I have got another one. I'm stunned. And so is Lambert as he goes down. Kola with the opening frag comes out wide and swinging as he takes him down. Hajj wants to try and hit with the left hook. He's struggling, but actually does find that initial frag. Arch trades it back with a beautiful swift headshot, though, and they've secured the site.
No kids, though, for the CT side as they begin the retake. Arch close towards Elbox. Should be able to shut this one down. And look at that. EnVyUs again throwing in the towel. They're going to be conceding another round here as they go for the save.
Oh, it's on Kali, though, actually. He's the one close by to him right now. If they're not watching towards Hobbit Hole, they might not see him pop out. He could do a little bit of work. He will swing wide, struggles, gets some low, but it's no real frag. The faces are coming out, Snods, and they're keeping EnVyUs in check, actually. Prophecy are allowed to go for these quite flamboyant hunting plays at the end of the round. They are losing the manpower now. Kola basically has to try and commit to the save.
Does indeed. Obviously, Prophecy, they have enough money to buy up, even though there's only one player surviving. That's call out with the AWP. So, round number 22. Question is for EnVyUs, the saving 2 M4s, do they buy around it considering they've lost so many rounds? VKL, and I believe that was Jax, can drop over M4s. Do they go for a 4 rifle setup, have 1 SMG maybe, a UMP? Or are they going to go for the save? It's looking like they will be going for the latter though. Not fully investing into round number 22 because they want a full buy into the next one. Prophecy finding room here as EnVyUs is slowly but surely loosening their grip.
Try and get a firm attack this round here as they set themselves up. They're just going to be holding for the counterplay, suspecting that EnVyUs might try and switch it up a bit on this eco. More of just a quasi-buy, really, as they attempt to take that control towards top mid. Kola has support as well, so even if he whiffs the opening shot, there should still be a frag coming in favor of Prophecy.
Aggression towards middle. Jax with one of the only weapons right now for the CT side. Once they get aggressive with it, you want the man advantage found by this AK. So you have the 5 versus 4. Try and have one of your teammates with the upgraded pistols to try and salvage their weapon that's dropped. Nevertheless, though, still going to be a standstill. 1 minute to turn the clock. Bomb still towards T-Spawn as Prophecy are holding for any aggression. They're expecting the audacious plays here from Jackson VKL.
Oh, Kali peeks out, but he is actually caught off. Wasn't quite ready for the peek that came through from VKL. He was going to VK kill him.
Essentially. Lambert alone towards B. There's no Kevlar, just a P250. It's looking unlikely they can hold the B-bomb site.
Quick's looking speedy as he slips in, finds the headshot, takes down Lambert. They've now actually taken the reins from them towards B. They have taken it. Can they try and keep it? Jax arrives from short. They weren't quite prepared for the secondary peak.
Kolop and Fleeve. What can they do in this scenario? The 2-man disadvantage for themselves. Misses the shot, and you can see there, as soon as you miss it, you're isolated and exposed. There you have it. Fleeve now the 1 versus 4. You can hear Prophecy behind us just kicking those, well, slamming the tables. The frustration was showing. They had a glimmer of hope of coming back into this one, winning 5 on the trot. But unfortunately, it's going to be match point here unless Fleeve, well, 10 seconds left. It will go match point here. EnVyUs gets to 15.
He is finding the frags, but he's just not got the time. He would have to get the other 2 remaining kills in 4 seconds. They had no reason to peek. They still actually do take the fight to find the frags. Nice little fist bump there as well. And EnVyUs continue back in form. They've got match point, and now it's even easier for them because the pressure is on for Prophecy. There was no room to make mistakes before. Now there absolutely isn't.
Clean and clinical play there from EnVyUs. 15-7. They have 8 chances to close this one out in regulation. Prophecy need to win 8 rounds on the trot, and Calais is going to be deducted down to just a D.
And that's 8 rounds even to potentially push it into overtime, not even secure a win.
So 4 players now for Prophecy towards A. Going to be waiting for that smoke to dissipate, pin the grenades potentially, and go for an execution towards the A site, and try and warden off the AWPs and force the CTs back. What Prophecy want right now is the bomb to go down, to play the after-bomb positions, and try and do what EnVyUs did to them on their T side.
Prophecy. Have they read the future correctly into this round as they try and push out? Let's see if they actually can kick up a fuss. Fleeve will get the early headshot, but Lambert trades it back, takes down Fleeve. He's been vital to finding the weaknesses towards the A-bomb sites, so losing him really could be quite horrific for them. They all seem a little bit panicked as well now, Snoz. They are taking site control, but it's quite messy. Smoke's barely going up and blooming correctly. Pettyscale attempts to purge himself up, trying to find that frag with the spray, but couldn't quite connect it.
Man advantage though, nevertheless. Oh, as I say that, actually, it's going to be the 4 versus 4, but Jax finds one onto Calais towards CT. Man advantage now for EnVyUs. They have smokes, well, no smokes, but kits, molotovs, and flashbangs across the board. for this retake. Can they put it off though and get to 16?
The Molotov goes out, and it ain't actually going to force anyone out of position, so Quicks is allowed to just stay tucked in by Sandwich. He's got clear vision as well, just needs to find the frags, but Penny Skill lands a beautiful shot. Hadji as well takes them down. Sean Kolor can peek, but Jax will get it. It's a 16-7 scoreline. EnVyUs run away with it, Snods.
They look unstoppable on that first map, and that was the map pick of Prophecy as well. The next one's going to be Cobblestone, and let's just enjoy this one. But then again, usually when we see Prophecy losing, they're so frustrated, they're slamming desks, they're angry, and actually they seem to not be too upset with the rounds going EnVyUs' way.
Yeah, they just look drained, Snods. Like a loaf of bread that's been left out for a week.
How does that get drained?
It's nice and stale, it's ready for the ducks. That's what they are. That's what's remaining.
Anyway, let's see. I believe the pistol is going to go live imminently, and there it is. Round number 1 begins. Second map here, Prophecy, can they win this one? Force Train. Or will they let it slip and lose 2-0 here? The first playoff game of the Elite Series Season 1. Let's see. Could we be seeing our finalists, well, one of our finalists already in this matchup? It's going to be EnVyUs on their T side already. Fast aggression towards middle. It's only going to be Arch here to fend off versus 4 people.
They'll push their way through as they can slip up here through Matrix. Actually, do get behind. They're going for the around the world as well, Snods, and they're going to be running straight in towards Arch. They take him down. Petty Skill leaps into the air and knocks him out.
So, 1-man advantage right now for EnVyUs, and we saw what happened on Mirage. When they have the lead, they never seem to let it slip. No kit right now. Arch was the player of the kit, and already he's gone down. Forces a Kevlar. If the bomb goes down towards that A-bomb site, there's a near impossible chance of that retake coming through.
Count for the double around the world right now. Tour de Cobble.
Tour de Cobble, essentially, yeah. My goodness. Still, though, they're undecisive as where they want to go. They're expecting a push. You can see Lambert there holding off towards B. He wants someone from the Prophecy side to walk into his crosshair. Canada peeks out towards middle, spots no one because the bomb is actually making its way back towards B. And the Tour de Cobble continues.
Yeah, this is the bit where they have to do the swimming towards the end.
That's not...
Same thing, mate. Triathlon.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same. Exercise at that. Let's see if they can exercise their smoke grenades and run through that B-bomb site.
Quicks is ready, though, by the finishing line. Let's see if he can actually award them their gold medals. Probably silver bullets instead. As he tries to find these frags, he does get a little bit overwhelmed, struggling. Taken down by Jax eventually. Fleeve will respond with 1 frag as he eliminates VKL, but everyone is going down, Snods. Lambert punishes Kolor, and Fleeve will surely fall. This is going to be the opening pistol round. A very long one at that for EnVyUs, you'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, the issue here as well, we'll talk about in a bit, maybe Fleeve can find a few kills, get $300 extra into the next round, but eventually he will go down. EnVyUs right there, the idea behind the strat was you'd rush up mid, you'd force an over-rotation, Lambert with the utility there towards drop, he could smoke off window, bring the players back towards B, he can flash drop, he can also flash platform. They actually wanted to go back towards the B site, but actually the fact that Arch gave away the first kill so early on, it changed the EnVyUs' approach towards that round.
Look at this buy as well. 1 rifle on Jax, he has the AK, 3 MAC-10s and 1 MP7.
Yep, they love the SMGs, don't they? It's going to be the upgraded pistols across the board for Prophecy. 3 CZs, 2 P250s, but no armor for Kola. Obviously, Kola saving for the AWP. AWP is so crucial in your CT side of Cobblestone. But already it's VKL this time lurking towards that B-bomb site.
A bit of gangster round coming out. Let's see if they can actually wield these weapons effective though. Jax gets the opening frag. It's the late round lurk by VKL, but he's overpowered. Kolor charges in. And that's a point blank frag.
Jax is low, so maybe there's a chance here for Prophecy. Let's see though as the rotation begins towards the B site. Smokes, Molotov come out towards Hobbit, going to force the peak from Fleef. He will eventually go down. Quicks is looking huge here, but eventually as well, he does fall. It's going to be the 2 versus 4 here from the 4 versus 4. Kolor has no care from the MAC-10. Might try and save this one and play for X's, try to stack out some cash into the next round.
CZ in his hands, waiting to attempt to strike, maybe get an exit frag if they overextend out, try and hunt for an extra few kills here and there with the SMGs, but they are keeping it fairly tame. Just hold off, and it seems that they will exit through mid after the round.
They will indeed. Obviously the bomb going to be taken away. Kolor with the MAC-10, if he finds 1 kill, that $600 could be used for a Molotov on the CT side or extra utility, which is crucial. But actually EnVyUs didn't go through connector. They're going to be rotating back. Oh, so close there. Jax was an 8 HP. So EnVyUs right now surviving with 4 players once again. The money is looking strong as we go into round number 3.
On trucking right now as they're picking up these rounds. You expect them to get the following one as well. Still that heavy investment on the SMGs. They only do have the 1 rifle, but even then, there won't be too much to play for in this round. The round after this is where it's going to get serious for Prophecy.
Yeah, there should be another round here where EnVyUs have 4 or 5 stay alive. They build up even more money. You can see already roughly 2,000 across the board for EnVyUs. If they have another clean round here, 4 stay alive, they can try and get $4,000, $5,000 in the bank. And from there, have enough money to be able to buy up in case Prophecy win the first buy round.
Arch just got stabbed in the back by his own teammates. Possibly a bit more frustrated than we expect. The early kills do come through though. Fleeve going to find the opening headshot. VKL and Hajj just run rampant through everyone that's on the site and take B as their own domain.
Obviously, we know Fleeve loves a bit of face in FPLC. And obviously on face you have no team damage. Maybe that's what he's expecting, but Calais finds a kill. As he does get the Zeus onto one of the players from EnVyUs, and actually the Mac 10 as well, so that's $600 plus the kill from the Zeus. You're looking at like $800 worth of money just straight into the back pocket there of Calais.
Just going for these Zeus plays. Trying to revitalize themselves a little bit, potentially. Calais, as he is armed with a Mac 10. If anyone does dare to try and thunderfoot past him and go on the hunt, he might actually get a cheeky kill off, but unlikely right now. Oh, he does hear it though. The push comes out, but he faces with a Molotov drawn. Lambert gets the kill.
Going into the first buy right now, the scenario we saw in Mirage was a 3-0 in favor of EnVyUs. Prophecy fully bought into that first buy round. They had no money left, and then when as soon as EnVyUs won that first buy round, again they were forcing out the quasi buys, the weak buys from the CT side. Prophecy, if they want a chance in the second map here, if they want a chance as well, forcing Train, they have to claim this one. They can't be in a rut once again. Smoke's to be lined up here towards that B bomb site. It's going to be the fast play from EnVyUs as they rush towards B. What can Kolozop do as the grenades and the smoke's rain in?
He has to be on point to snipe them. He is the aggressive man that needs to be the hook, line, and sinker of the round as they get themselves ready. But the opening headshot comes out. It's going to be Fleeve that falls first. The paranoia could come back to bite him as well. If Quicks falls here and can't actually hold the connector pushes, it's going to be an A connect as they want to try and work their way back through. Actually, second guess themselves. Brute Force chiming in as they just hold by close connector. Archer smoked it. Flashbang comes in though as they want to try and push out. Will they find this off angle? They don't clear it. He takes them down. They're left in a 2v2. Only one T towards B as well, but Haji with a rifle gets that headshot, leaves himself in a 1v1.
Calais versus Hajj. Bomb. Not being planted just yet. He retrieves it. There's a minute left. He can easily plant it now. The thing is though, is he going to go back towards the A bomb? So he knows Calais was down towards mid ramp. He's going to hold for the push here from Calais, expecting aggression here. But actually, Calais thinks that Hajj is going to go for the second bluff. He thinks that he's going to rotate back through towards A. And now he's holding up towards connector, but actually the bomb should be planted fairly soon. But Hajj is still wary that Calais could be coming in from behind.
It's true, you can see a little bit paranoid, not quite sure of the play just yet as he is using that time to his advantage. He has quite a while to play with here as there's a big amount of time still left on the clock. He's just going to clear these angles, have full confidence that he can commit to the plant without being hit from the sideline. Calais though, waiting it out. Going to wait until the bomb has gone down, try and force the one-man retake. He has a smoke, double flash, and a HE, but no kit.
Let's see now. He waited a minute for the push from Calais. And the bomb eventually goes down. No kit right now for Calais, so he has 5 seconds less to try and flush out Hajj. But it does with the smoke, double flashbang HE. Let's see what they can do now.
Hasn't actually committed to using that utility as well. And the first tag comes through. The HE is going to be thrown out, hoping to get a bit of splash damage on towards Hajj, but it's not going to be too vital. Smoke on the bomb. This should force a play from Hajj. He's not 100% sure if he is going for the full commit or just holding it. Hajj could peek towards him as well. Depends on the timing of who actually will find the frag. A bit of a struggle, but he takes it. Knocks him down. Gets the round. Can go for the defuse now as well. Oh, timing.
He doesn't have it. Or does he?
He doesn't have it. He's let it slip. Timing was in his favor. No kit. The 10-second defuse wasn't quick enough. Hajj wins the round off the back of the time buffer.
4-0 is going to be the scoreline now. Once again, a 4-round deficit for Prophecy on the CT side, and their money's going to be in tatters once again. They will get $3,400 though as their 4-round loss bonus does continue. But look, all they can go for is a half buy here. UMPs, CZs, P250s. It's looking likely that EnVyUs make this 5-0. But actually, these rounds have been a lot closer than Mirage. You can see some players on the EnVyUs side haven't got as much money as they did on the last map. So maybe Prophecy can try and string 2 buy rounds, 3 buy rounds together and try to go back into this one.
Pushing their way out through connector here. They do try and slip straight out. Fleeve going to get the opening headshot with the CZ as he takes down one man, but there's the response kills early from the rifle and the max head of Fleeve. Double kill comes out from Hajj as well. He's just running through. It's the final kill. Sonic the Hajj.
Essentially, yeah. 5-0 now. Aggression being called by Lambert. Let's see if he'll carry on the pace. Force Prophecy back on their hind legs. So round number 6 begins. It's all to play for now for Prophecy. Do or die. This could be the last map they play in the Elite Series. 2 orbs set up right now onto Kola and Kale. How are they going to work around these orbs? Send one towards B, one towards A. Have the orb anchor towards the A site. If EnVyUs and Lambert, if they call for the execution towards B, that could be the down phase for Prophecy.
Going to be pushing their way out. He tries to go for the early phase, but he's so blind he can't effectively be useful into the round. But it's leaving Archer doing damage, actually. They are getting the kills. Bettyskill with a juicy little tap there. Takes down Kolor. They leave themselves in a duo. Smart play. You go for the counter boost. They're not suspecting this. It can be quite a useful position, but they were ready. And they strike. Find the double kill. And they finally get around the board.
Finally around to for the CT side. 3 players staying alive as well. So it's looking good so far for Prophecy. Obviously in the last map, they went 0 to 9 down. You have to be expecting something better here. And now they have all to play for. Hopefully, they wear their heart on their sleeves and they deliver when they need to.
Heart on their sleeve.
Heart on their sleeve, there you go. Quick for that one, mate. Quicks.
He's a speedy guy. There's a double up setup. Could be incredibly useful as well, Snarls. That is going to be such a key play if they actually do find those early contact frags.
And what it means as well, if you leave the AWP alone towards the A site, you can actually have the AWP anchor it and have a fast rotation from Arch. You can see as well, they're playing 2 towards B. They're leaving Fleeve towards connector, sorry, towards drop. But Fleeve can fall back towards electric, hold that from sandwich on B, and then you can have Kale rotate back towards connect and hold the window jump out, so you can actually have full control of drop, B and A at the same time.
Kolor trying to Molotov him out of position, suspecting that he has gone a bit aggressive with the AWP. Let's fall back though, not going for any of these early opening frags. Jack's walking at the headshot and towards Arch. They've already lost one of their rifles and they need to try and trade this back. They're not doing too great. No Molotov usage just yet to actually force the player that's boosted on tree out of position. So if they did fall back towards the B strike, it could have been awful for them. Fleeve as well. The aggressive hunt works out in his favor.
Finally some confidence plays here from Prophecy. Quick peeks out, eventually gets traded out by Jax. Kelly now, the secondary AWP here on the Prophecy side, has to go huge as he holds the angles towards Wood.
This is scary as well because Jack's looking so crisp into this round with his rifle. Luckily enough, he's tagged down to 30 HP, so potentially they can take him down, but he's still getting kills. He will finally be stopped in his tracks, but Lambert with the AWP finds Fleeve. Kolor as well, panicked and scared like a deer in the headlights.
Why is he unscoped? Why did he unscope towards Wood there? He basically suicided his teammate. And there you have it, 6-1. Their money's going to be reset now. How much money are they going to have? They had 3 players stay alive in the round they won. They obviously dropped over 2 weapons. Look at that, 2,000 across the board right now for Prophecy. They're going to be forced to save. They will get $1,900 though into round number 9, so they can buy up into round, well, the next one essentially. So it's going to go 7-1. Prophecy can buy. If they lose that buy, then this could be a very quick T-side once again, Jack.
We've got Hajime, the Mac Daddy as well, going to be reinvesting into his old favorite SMG there as he wants to try and get some flamboyant, flashy kills into the round. Heavy stack, because they do have those 4 players towards B. Might actually be walking straight into the trap as well, but the bomb is just waiting, so when they get that information, they can still lurk back round to A. No real worry of throwing the round.
Yeah, right now, EnVyUs is holding for any aggression from the CT side. They can use the Mac 10 onto Hadji as well to filter out some information. If they send Hadji in first, he can peek and try and find if there's a stack, and already spotted 2 players. They're going to go back towards A, essentially, after seeing a marauder of CT-sided players, but already Hadji finds 2 heads.
They're so weak as well. No armor means they're just so squishy. It's like a banana that's been left in the sun. Snods, it's going all over the place.
It is indeed, or in a hot car. 6-1 now, the 5-round advantage for EnVyUs. It's looking like a 6-round advantage as Kolor tried to make magic happen with a Mac 10, but eventually will go down. 7-1 is going to be the scoreline now. Prophecy in their 6-round deficit. If they lose this one here, you can see, once again, they're going for the full force buy with all the money they have left, but all they can afford is 2 M4s, well, Kolor can still buy 1, so 3 M4s, a FAMAS, oh my goodness, and no kits. So if that bomb goes down towards A, or towards B, we've seen how strong EnVyUs have been in the afterplants already. Prophecy, really doing themselves any favors because they already have 5 less seconds to get that defuse in.
We've already seen that come back to bite him as well, as Kale lost out on that round due to the fact he didn't have a kit, had to go for the full 10-second defuse. Hadji just played with time. He knows that the play was forced from Kale.
Going to be leaving Kale alone. A FAMAS versus 4 players. If you had the AWP, fair enough, right? I understood sending Kale alone towards A to anchor it with the AWP, but anchoring it with a flashbang and a FAMAS. This is looking risky here from Prophecy. They're expecting the stack or the play towards B, but actually Fleeve will eventually rotate back round. They're going to be doubling up towards middle. They're good setup here from Prophecy towards A as they can give up long and play retake, having control of mid.
Well, let's see what him and Fleeve can do. Could this play with the FAMAS make him famous into the round as Fleeve will pick it off with 1, tries to peek out and get the second as well. They are getting them tagged down, but Jack's through mid, bangs on the door, charges in and takes them both down.
Quicks right now holding for the push towards middle. There you have it. 2 kills there for Prophecy. It's going to be the 2 versus 3. But the bomb's going to be planted. No kits for the CT side. Lambert has the AWP. He has to go huge because Petascale is so low.
He's going to slowly tiptoe up. He's essentially as good as dead right now, limping on towards the bomb site. We'll go for the plant. Lambert as well, finding the frags. They just bound up one by one. They're not peaking as a unit right now, Snods. It's messy and all over the place. Luckily, the nade rolls in, but Petascale had already got the bomb planted. This will force the play from Lambert as he has got to try and clear the bomb, make sure no one's on it. They don't have a smoke really to shroud their attack either, so it's going to be hard. Misses the flick as he tries to lift his wrist as fast as he can to go for the tag. Trapped with the B250. They are pushing in from behind as well, and he gets taken down from the rear.
2-7 will be the scoreline. Prophecy managed to bring it back. Arch with a big 3k there into round number 9 will grant them that second round of the CT side. So, EnVyUs. They've already broken the money here from Prophecy once. Will they do it again? Could that be the final in the coffin here from the CT side from Prophecy? If they get that money shattered once again, unable to afford a strong buy. Will EnVyUs get to 10-2 at that point? Guess we're about to find out. 1 AWP onto Caller this time. And where is he going to be going? Has a spawn towards A long. Going to go for the aggressive peek, but Lambert right now is looking like he's going to be on the other end of the scope here.
He's ready for it, but who will strike first? It's going to be Lambert in position, locked and loaded, and goes large.
The thing is, you have to take those risks with the AWP. When you have the spawns and your team's been basically forfeiting so much map control, Calais and Co have been playing so passive towards A. EnVyUs are able to walk up A long round after round after round. That's why he went for that play, but then again, Lambert expects it. It's going to be the man advantage for EnVyUs, so we've seen so many times how this one usually ends.
You need to go for confidence plays. It's the only way you're going to be able to get those initial openers. If you don't play with confidence, you've already lost.
Who said that, Jack?
It was Luke Critical Grain, mate.
It was indeed. 1 minute 10 on the clock here. Hadje towards drop. Oh, gets spotted out actually. Fleeve right now winning the duel, sends him down to 19 HP.
Fleeve just waiting. Relays that information to his teammates. They can set up more a good crossfire setup. They can try and bait for each other if they push out. Awkward off angles for EnVyUs to actually clear. They can try and come. But Quick's charging in. Not too sure what he was actually up to there as Jax finds the headshot. They had already taken too much map control.
They can leave Jax alone towards A. They're going to be expecting the rotation, which has occurred right now. 2 towards the A site right now from Prophecy, and only 1 towards B. It's Arch alone, and they've let Jax slip through connector. He can hold off the rotation as well. It's going to be a 1 versus 5 towards the B bomb site now.
Oh, surely not. They do actually commit to this as well. They're going to push in. Arch is in a bit of a cheeky angle, but Jax finds the headshot.
Oh my goodness. Imagine if you're Arch right now. What are you thinking? How on earth has that just occurred?
Going to be furious. And another round going to go the way of EnVyUs. This is the thing as well. Prophecy. Still no attempt to pause.
I was going to say, where's the pause right now? You're 8-2 down. Your money's going to be reset again. Surely you take a timeout here, give yourself a minute to think about what your buy is going to be going into round number 11. But obviously, Prophecy opt for the no pause approach, and maybe that's what they want.
Yeah. It's really awkward for them, obviously, just letting these rounds slip away. The frustration has got to be showing. It seems like Kolor is actually the only one that's actively talking as well when they get into these situations. He's the only one trying to throw a potential idea into the mix, give them something to play with.
So, it's going to be the 6th round advantage. Pedestal should go down. Oh my god! What on earth was that?
He would have had no accuracy there at all, going up the ladder. Literally just bounds off and finds the frag.
I wonder what that looked like from Calais' Pov there. Look at that. Jack's able to slip in through connector. If you're Arch, you must be so frustrated because there's no communication there. 8-2 now into round number 11. It's going to be the weak bar here from Prophecy. They're forcing all the stops here. Scout onto Collar. M4 onto Fleeve. CZ there onto Quicks. Famas for Calais and Arch going to be wheeled in the SMG. But 1 kill right now for the CT side. So could that be the shining factor? Extremely light utility. A smoke onto Quicks and a flashbang to Fleeve is the only real strong utility they have. If EnVyUs slow this round down, bleed out all of that CT utility, then this could easily go 9-2. They break the money 10-2, and already EnVyUs got into double digits, potentially.
Look at this as well. This smoke, normally, you don't dare push through it. It's very effective at burning so much time off the clock. Jax, teaming with confidence, radiating it as he peeks out, gets the other tag off, and gets away as well. They had 2 players there. No even potential for him to find that frag.
Fleeve as well going to be rotating towards window, expects the push to come in, the split towards A. He's holding off towards window, but actually, EnVyUs are just waiting for Prophecy to show their hand. 1 minute left on the clock, the bomb still towards T-spawn. Outside drop. There you have it, though. VKL and Lambert both find kills, and Jax as well. It's a whitewash here from Team EnVyUs.
A triple threat comes out, and then Hajj as well adds one to the mix. He takes down Kali. It's all left on Fleeve, hiding away, trapped towards the B-bomb site. A damp, dark corner. As the pushes do come through, he will get the initial frag. He eliminates Hajj, but they spot him out with the AWP as well. It's just a matter of time. He's delaying the inevitable now to try and stay alive.
No strong setups from Prophecy. A lack of communication as well, which has already been displayed in one of the previous buy rounds. Cracks and crevices are definitely shining or showing right now. But let's see. Is there light at the end of the tunnel here for Prophecy? Can they maybe change things up here towards the latter portion of this CT half? Can they try and finish it 9-6, 10-5, win that second pistol on the T side, make it 10-8, and try and claw it back that way? We've seen EnVyUs win every single pistol, 3 out of 3 so far. But anyway, as I said before, if EnVyUs were to win that buy round a couple ago, they'd make it 10-2, and here you have it. A full eco coming out from Prophecy on the CT side. It's looking likely this goes to double digits already for EnVyUs.
Look who's up to his old tricks once more. Hajj on the MAC-10, he can just toy with them. Run in, doesn't matter if he dies first because he can risk it all and try and find these frags. He still stays alive as well for a little bit longer than he should there and actually gets that kill. Now they push in together, peeking, forcing out the faces and trying to find those frags. They're actually struggling a bit into this round though as they are slipping away and going down. Lambert could get overwhelmed from the close range angle. Kali with the recovered MAC-10 does get that frag. Petty scale on Jax, dynamic duo. Need to really get a grasp on the situation quickly.
This is one of the closest rounds we've seen from Prophecy, but eventually they had the man advantage, but obviously having no Kevlar, only picking up whatever EnVyUs leave on the ground. It's not really what you want in that scenario. Nevertheless, though, we will go 10-2. 8-round deficit now for Prophecy. What are they going to bring to the party? No AWPs. So, with the rifle setup, how is that going to change it? I'd like to see a long setup right now from Prophecy. Obviously, we've seen the default from EnVyUs being 3 towards A long, 1 towards outside drop, and 1 towards B. They leave VKL towards that B site. They have Lambert outside drop, and they send 3 towards A long. But there's no reply from Prophecy. They're still hunkered down towards middle, and they're wondering why EnVyUs are always constantly coming up wood, coming up A long, and coming in behind them. They're not essentially adapting to the default that EnVyUs have been laying out.
They're coming all over the place right now, haven't they?
They've got mud on the carpet, essentially, haven't they?
They have, mate. It's not been looking too great. Anyway, back into the round as they still play this slow style of CS, split and pick. Just seeing if they can find the initial frags.
So, Collar playing towards APC. Obviously, you want an AWP in that scenario because you have the long-range angle from APC towards A long. They have Calais again towards middle. But look how passive they're playing. One of the issues of giving up so much map control on your CT side is it makes it so easy for the T side to fake.
Flashbang peek comes out. Calais actually is going to go for it to try and keep them at bay as they do start to push in. Not really playing a favourable angle. Actually did just peek on his lonesome as well. Kolar was there for the trade, but couldn't find it. Overwhelmed by the triple peek on the side of EnVyUs. They take him down. Jax will be the one to take the mantle as well now as they push in. Swarm towards the A bomb site. Fleet might be on the scene, but can he actually kick up a fuss? Ooh, the opening headshot does come through, but Petty will trade it back very swiftly.
There you have it. Quicks run out on Arch. Going to be forced to save and throw in the towel into round number 13 as the bomb is planted. It's going to go 11-2 here. Prophecy, though. How many rounds have they lost in a row? Can we see the scoreboard, please, Keita, our observer? So they've lost 4 now. So they will get $3,400. So Arch and Quicks can both drop over M4s into round number 14. And then obviously Fleeve or whatever can buy himself a FAMAS and light utility. So they can, well, we could have a decent buy here for Prophecy. Obviously 4 M4s and a FAMAS. Then again, there were 2 rounds left to play. You might as well quasi-buy round number 14, allow it to go 12-2, and then go for the full buy, 2 AWPs, whatever you want, but full utility, kits across the board as well, into round number 15, so you try and get 12-3. Or not, or you just lose Quicks, which means 2 guns gone, because even though 1 player dies, that's an M4 he had, plus the gun he would have dropped.
Yeah, leaves them in such an awful situation because the amount of damage that's been done to their economy. You can see the reinvestment coming in as well. They have to buy up and just hope to do something here, but it's not looking great.
Guess we're going to find out. They're going for, well, Calais gone for a full buy. Arch obviously saved over the M4. But it's going to be a quasi-buy apart from that across the board from Prophecy. Round number 14, penultimate round of this first half. And maybe even the last game we see from Prophecy. Hatchif was the first with, of course, the MAC-10. It's going to be the man advantage already for EnVyUs.
EnVyUs. They could be qualifying themselves into the grand final right here, right now, if they are actually able to pick up this map and they're getting so close, Nods. Once again at the half, leaving Prophecy with not even a fighting chance. I mean, if they actually do get the remainder of these rounds, they didn't have a dominant lead than they did in the previous one, but Quicks and Calais, they find the initial frags. The bomb is down in an awful location as well, but they do grab it back as they storm in, take mid control. They actually find another frag on towards Archer as well. This is going fairly south. Lambert bounces into one of the CTs and has to back off.
1 versus 3. As he gets swarmed in from behind, Calais will find the kill there. Calais is the only player that fully invested on the CT side, and thank God he did, because that's going to be round number 3 here for Prophecy. This is going to go 3-11. EnVyUs, can they get the final one here? Why are they still buying Mac 10s? This is so confusing because you have 5,000 in the bank. They can afford 4 AKs and AWP. Do they have a game plan here? Is it going to be a fast B split through drop, electric to B, and of course B platform? They're lining up the smokes. This is the fast smokes. They can smoke off the back of the site here. Look how fast this rush is gonna come through.
I think they just love this as well. They seem confident with weapons. They should not be getting these frags, and already they're getting the openers. Jax comes in with one. Hadjay as well. Lethal the Mac 10 usually, but not today. He's been taken down. Pettyskull finds the early headshot. Archer as well going to retaliate. They leave themselves only 2 players, right? They go for the counter boost play. This can be so perfect if you play it correctly. He gets the drop on them, finds one opening headshot. Ready for more as well as he peeks out, lands the spray, but couldn't quite get the tap through the door. Leaves him to 2v2. Quicks on 9 HP though, Snods.
No kit right now for the CT side as well. If the bomb can be planted, which it is right now, VKL punching in the numbers. The bomb is down. No kits for the CT side, and all they have is a Molotov and a smoke and an AWP. And 9 HP for Quicks. It's looking unlikely here. Look at the loop around here from Lambie. He's going to come behind and get the drop on them.
Playing a long game of peekaboo here as he will come in from behind, ready to just go for the one tap. He's got the trigger discipline, finds the early headshot. Calais realizes the situation he was left in, but he does go down, lets it slip once again. EnVyUs just crush it throughout the half. Prophecy, they need to switch it up in this series. We are potentially a few rounds away from EnVyUs grabbing their final spots, Nods.
Yeah, a few. EnVyUs 4 away from close this one out 16-3, but obviously they need that pistol and the remainder of those 4 said rounds. Then again though, so far EnVyUs 3 out of 3 in terms of the pistols. Can they make a 4 out of 4? You can see Lambert there grinning away. He knows exactly the odds and the chances, if you are a betting man, on the fact that EnVyUs are looking like they're going to be booking their, or stamping their ticket to the finals.
Hydrated Hadji there as well, ready for the games.
Just like me, mate. Bottle of water per map.
You've got to keep yourself
hydrated and ready.
As we are jumping straight back in the second pistol. EnVyUs, they've been so precise and so progressive in all their pistols. Are they going to be able to pick this one up?
So Pettyskull going to be buying the kit, but no smoke. It's going to be double flashbang. Does that mean they're going to go for plat control? Usually when you buy flashbangs on that pistol, you flash B plat, you flash it again, and you get control of it. But actually, could this be a good read here from Quick, sending the players through middle?
They're not going to be able to counter this, you'd imagine, actually, with the setup they've gone for. As they reposition back around and do cut off the rotate. If they do loop back through, Hadji could get all this information. Though Hadji does actually swing out, finds the bomb. That is the worst case scenario.
If there's one person you want alone to fend off versus multiple players, it's Hadji, of course. Lambert as well with the USP. Well, eventually goes down, but gets one. Same can be said for Hadji as well. It's going to go to a 3 versus 3. Pettyskull has the kit, the bomb, back towards mid-door. Jax, crucial is to find this kill.
Oh, he needs to get that kill chance, but actually to stay alive, and but jumps down, finds the initial kill on towards Arch as he once again forces the bomb to hit the deck. They know exactly what's going on to the round. This duo is trying to make their approach up towards the A bomb site though, and Pettyskull and VKL are ready for it.
2 versus 2. VKL finds potentially the penultimate frag, and he does indeed. Pettyskull get the last one. It's going to be 3-13, a 10-round deficit now for Prophecy. They've lost every single pistol here. The skill on these two lineups is fairly equal, actually. You look at Color, you're looking at Fleeve, and of course Quicks, and then you see the difference in the tactical approach, the slow, steady, methodical, grinding out the rounds that Lambert instilled onto his team, and right now, the pure strats and the tactical depth they have is definitely shining through.
There's actually a chance they could be overconfident to this as well. You go for the 5 SMG setup. Sure, sometimes we see the UMP buyers coming in sparingly to actually build up that economy, but 5 SMGs into this. 3 of them being MP9s as well, Snods. Going up against the buy on Prophecy, there's a chance.
Potentially. Let's see what happens though towards drop. Pettyskull spots out one, but doesn't see the bomb just yet towards their long Hadjay with the submachine gun. Of course, finds one. It's going to be the one-man advantage right now. EnVyUs having the lead again.
He could do so much more as well. They're paranoid that he actually might have pushed out, depending on if he faked the def cam. I'm not too sure. He actually is holding a bit of an off angle as well, so they struggle. Hadjay, a second long-range frag. Lambert picks up one with the MP7. Disregard whatever I said about these SMGs. Apparently, EnVyUs just reigns supreme whatever scenario.
2 versus 4 now. Arch finds one, but it's only one so far. Colo gets tagged up as well through the smoke with that scout. Has no Kevlar, so a few more bullets from these submachine guns will take him down. Arch picks up the MP9, actually just going to be challenging Lambert.
Takes him down, as he will be able to at least eliminate someone on that EnVyUs side. Now him and Kolor remaining. Arch with the MP9. Kolor with the scout. He's very effective with his scoped weapons, loves to take the aggressive peeks. We'll try and bring the fight towards them. If he can get a couple of body shots off here and there, even if he tags VKL, VKL could actually go down. Petty Scale's low now as well. This is shaping up to be a manageable round.
Then again, they call on to 43 HP. Arch on 28 as well. He has to get this kill. And there you go. The bomb is dropped towards A long. 30 seconds left. Kolor will retrieve it, but there you have it. 14 to 3. 2 now is all that EnVyUs need to qualify for the grand finals of the Season 1 Elite Series Championship.
Yeah, that'll be them coming through, obviously. It's that #1 seed, just dominating it in the group stage and being able to close it out 2-0 in their semi-final. It's on the line right now.
UMP there for Arch. 2 CZs onto Fleeve. And of course, Kolor. Tech 9s as well onto Quicks and Kala. Like utility run out for the T side as they are lacking firepower, they're lacking grenades. But then again, EnVyUs still only have those submachine guns. No rifles. So maybe there's a glimmer of hope for Prophecy to make this 14 just to 4.
Yeah, getting very close here. Playing around the space. Well, Flashbang go over, try and use that confidence to steamroll in. They go 1 for 1 as they trade it back, but they had no Molotovs, no real utility to actually burn out towards Tree here. They could have invested into that to force someone off of the position. It can be so useful into this late round. Jack should surely be able to rack up the frags here as they push in, but Fleeve will clear it. Hadjay trades it back though. It's a 2v2, the SMG in close range. Hadjay bouncing around like a lunatic right now as he's trying to find these frags. He's charging in. You can see the panic on his eyes right now, and eventually will actually be treaded out by Kolor. A bit of a mismatch of a round.
Prophecy winning the force by there, but unfortunately for them, they still have a 10-round deficit. And it was close as well. Hadjay, the master with the SMGs. If he only had 1 or 2 more bullets, that could have been winnable. Nevertheless, though, it's looking winnable for EnVyUs overall. 2 needed for EnVyUs to grant the 2-0. Prophecy need 12 more. It's not looking likely as we're going to round about 19. The buy for EnVyUs is going to be the Quasi one. Close range, though. Kolor will get Karma with the submachine gun as Hadjay goes down. And there you have it, the man advantage finally here for Prophecy.
Good spot to be in now as they have got a lot of map control. The rotate has come through, but it's a little bit delayed. Eventually they will arrive on the scene. It's a P250 coming out for Petty Skelly. Tries to pop the head of Fleeve, but Fleeve will take him down. Jackson VKL, though, are starting to do some groundwork here as they take over, but it's short-lived. Quicks comes in with a very fast double kill, leaving it all on Lambert in a 1v3.
Kolor is low, so you might be able to find the kill there. Quicks as well onto 57 HP. If you get on the headshots, there's a chance, but then again, having no kill as well, it's not looking too likely.
Oh, they actually don't clear the angle, though. They push towards him. Oh, there was potential after he got that initial frag, but the trade comes back through. Lambert, a little bit annoyed about that one, but they want to try and talk it out. They still have such a huge lead, Snods. That's the impactful thing.
How annoyed can you really be when you're 14 to 5 up? Map advantage as well. We saw how happy Lambert and the EnVyUs side were when the sides were flipped after the first half. Nevertheless, though, this one's going to be the second. It's going to be round number 20. Orb finally for Kolor. Quick's going to be carrying forward the SMG into this one as well. 3 AKs to finish off the rest of that T-buy. Kevlar to 4 players from EnVyUs and upgraded pistols across the board. 3 CZs, the Deagle there for VKL, and the P250 onto Pedescal. They're going to be stacking 4 towards B, and already it's a good call because look at where Prophecy are grouping up to eventually commit to. It's that B-bomb site.
Yeah, getting ready. Go for the smokes over. Divide that entire site into block off all the lines of sight, force the CTs to bend, but Jax can actually stay in his prime time position. Luckily they clear it. They were wise to the tricks he was trying to pull out. No shenanigans coming to fruition today as they have secured the B-bomb site though, but can they get these initial frags? Hadjay attempting to respond as it's just left on him. Gets 1 kill with the CZ, a 1v3 scenario. He has to push with the smoke Snods. There is no easy way about this round. Arch should be ready for it. He will find the kill.
40 to 6 now. Thankfully for Prophecy, it's no longer a double-digit deficit. Before they were 10, 11, 12 rounds behind, but I guess it's only 9 now. Round number 21, EnVyUs went for the double eco. The reason being is they wanted the AWP onto Lambert, and there it is. 4 M4s to finish off the rest of the buy. Pedescal going to be having the 1 kit on that CT side, so maybe if Pedescal can die alone without that kit being retrieved from the CT side, there's a chance here. Some room for Prophecy to make it 7. Then again, though, Lambert gets aggressive.
The early kill was come through. Kolor, this is what we want from him as well. He needs to be going for these precise opening peaks. He needs to be charging in, showing everything he's got, and giving him a bit of how's your father.
1 minute 30 on the clock. Bomb. Going back towards A. Arch leading the charge towards A long. They're going to be leaving Hadjay alone towards the A-bomb site. As he falls back as well. The fast rotation from EnVyUs will be Paddiscale towards drop. Or VKL towards sandwich. Let's see though. It's all out to Hadjay. Can he fend off and hold back the aggression from Prophecy towards middle?
Hadjay waiting in the close angle, not really playing anti-flash, but they just push out. Actually, Clicks does find the frag as well. Snods, they're allowed to find these kills without any trade potential. No real setup toward that site. Callie's going to be the late round rotate. Pettiscale is aware of this, but they're going to push in, try and pincer him out, and then reposition back round. If they lose another player, though, it might be worth just committing to the save at this point.
Yeah, I reckon they will actually. 3 versus 5, you're taking that A site back. The retake towards A is notoriously so difficult. So it will be the 5 versus 3 and the save onto those 3 members from EnVyUs. They're saving the 2 M4s, the Kit, Kevlar, and of course the AWP from Lambert that was retrieved by Jax, by Calais. Can he try and take one of his weapons out of their hands? No, essentially.
Yeah, that's going to be the answer as he goes down to VKL. Their VKL just shuffling back, paranoid that they might be closer than they potentially are. Isn't going to be able to double dip and retrieve that AK-47.
Bomb. Going to be going off here. They know exactly where the players from EnVyUs are. They're trying to take them down, and they do. 2 of them are gone. So maybe EnVyUs might go for a save here. If they had the 3 rifle save, they could have dropped over 2 weapons and had a full buy into this one. But actually, the fact that they denied the save from EnVyUs, it means this could be an extra quasi-buy and potentially an extra round for Prophecy.
Losing those weapons towards the end there is just insane to how important that is. Great play from Prophecy towards the end, playing with confidence. And Calais is going for a bit of a Hadji play.
But where was the communication? Where was the team cohesion? Where was the team play from Prophecy on the last map and the first half of this one? Here we have it, the aggression towards B.
Pushing their way in. Jackson, the close angle, is only going to amount to 1 frag. All of his team as well just blown out of the server in a matter of seconds. It's Lambert and Hadjay remaining. They're both wielding these slightly upgraded pistols, but surely they shouldn't get too much. If they get a couple more kills in these SMGs as well, that's going to be nice for Prophecy. Keep themselves moving on. In a happy fashion. Calais actually going to peek round as well, try to get the drop on Lambert here and deny him saving that M4. It's worth it. Flashbang comes out. He will be aware of what's occurring now, and he's just trying to back shuffle a little bit, play close towards the door, and see if he can stay alive.
So, Lambert, he really wants to whip it into the next round. He finds the first kill onto Fleeve. But there you have it. Quicks jumps out of balcony. Hadjay might be able to find an AK here, actually, to Calais and save it into the next one, but it's looking unlikely because Kolor's right beside him.
Never count Hadjay out, though. Only very effective in these scenarios. Loves to bring the fashion to the table, gets the headshot. He's so low as well because the bomb blast. He takes them both down.
There you have it. So Hadjay, obviously, a fiend with a back 10, but obviously that headshot accuracy carries forward onto the pistols. 14 to, I believe it's 14 to 9 or 14 to 8, one of the two. About to find out as soon as we go back into game. So 14 to 8 will be the scoreline now into round number 23. AWP for Lambert, 4 M4s as well. Can this be the buy round that finally gets EnVyUs onto a match point once again? It was a 16-7 scoreline on Mirage. Going to be a 16-8 though onto Cobblestone.
Lambert is ready, just playing the contact angle with the AWP here. The first phase comes through as well. Hadjay connecting the headshot, still hyped up after the previous double dink he got into the last round. Lambert gets that face from Fleeve, and there's no response.
The first time EnVyUs have sent 2 towards the A site. They catch him off guard, but talking about 2 players, Arch finds 2. And there's Calais as well towards drop. It's going to be the 3 versus 2 now, a man advantage here for Prophecy.
That's a massive round, really. Arch sort of getting them back in the game. Unfortunately, Calais, the pre-fire from Jackson will take him down.
Close.
And the nearly wallbang. I mean, Arch and 8 HP, he could have killed him right there, Snods. They're going to push through, but into one. His Lonesome actually goes for the confidence plays. He swings wide out through the smoke. They can now peek from both angles. Prophecy, it depends on their teamwork. They have to be so on point for them to not slip away in this round.
There's a molly onto Jax. If he actually onto VKL, unfortunately, if he could have mollied default, there's a chance, but now in the 2 versus 2 qualifies the first. It's all down to Jax.
He knows Kolor's position though. Kolor shot with the AWP, but they eventually get it. They will take them down. You can see the relief on Kolor there. They know how close these rounds are. Barely stopping EnVyUs from getting match points to this one.
When EnVyUs going to kick it into gear here and start playing some better Counter-Strike in between these rounds. Obviously, phenomenal play so far. But once the same happened on Mirage, it was like 14 to 3, and then suddenly we saw Lambert get aggressive by his Lonesome. Playing crazy, well, going for crazy plays because EnVyUs, they can feel the finals. They're so close to it. They're trying to force the issue. Just play the Counter-Strike you've been playing so far, and you're going to close it out. Nevertheless, there will be the 5 round deficit. Let's see what they can do, though. It's going to be the quality buy right now from EnVyUs. We saw what happened on the last map on Mirage. They actually won the pistol buy with the Kevlar back in those pistols. Can they do it again?
Let's try and see as they set themselves up for this parade across the B bomb site. They will try and burst their way out right now. It's a bit of a struggle. There's tags going to either side. VKL as well, fairly low. Lambert actually strikes by. They had no idea where he was. Pettiscale chimes in, takes down Quicks. It's Fleeve, Kohler, and Arch remaining.
Deja vu to what we saw in Mirage. 5 versus 3 now. They're the two-man advantage, and they have the kill onto Jack. Hadji as well finds the kill onto Fleeve.
The strike from Hadji is so strong. Sure, you might get into the backline, but there's just so many angles to focus towards. These CTs can send endless numbers to attempt to retake this. Kohler, very close on orthodox angle there. He will eventually get himself back into a more favorable one, but the tags start to come out.
Kohler has to go huge, and the Deagle headshot will land. Arch, though, finds one. It's the 1 versus 3, so gets the second as well. And now lines up the third headshot as well. It's going to be Jax down the 1 versus 1. Arch towards default, spots out Jax. Fumbling his grenades, though, and now eventually White faces there towards the left side of default and lands that final headshot, then the 1 versus 4. Crucial play to deny a match point here for EnVyUs.
An artist with the AK there as he picks up all of those frags, slaying everyone in front of him. Huge clutch, just what they need to stay alive. It's as good as it gets.
4 rounds now separated these two teams. Arch there, showing why it's worth to book a flight each week from Ukraine.
Just some damage. Flex off his muscles a little bit.
How long is that flight, do you reckon? From Kohler said yesterday it's 8 hours from Hungary to the UK. Imagine what Ukraine would be.
I'd say, mate.
Obviously, players from different portions of the world here, of Europe. The international lineup so far not looking too good, but eventually Fleeve does equalises the 4 versus 4.
Trying to do a bit of damage. This all French super team working their way through right now as they're all ready for the push to come up. Lambert in position, waiting to strike as they have slowly made their dent towards the A-bomb site. Lambert actually comes out huge as well as he eliminates Fleeve. Just 3 players remaining. They have the backstab on Lambert, but the team flash is set up to support him. They will slow down Cali, and in the meantime, Quicks falls. This is looking awkward. Lambert tries to get the kill, but he's panicked. The close range combat actually goes in favor of Prophecy. They get those 2 frags. They now start to charge in. Kohler, though, whiffs with the P250, can't find the frag. Cali needs to clutch this one out. It has to be a free K from him to win the round.
Match point here. EnVyUs 1 away from finding themselves in the finals next week. Kohler more interested in his thumb, I believe, than the actual game. But there you have it. He will eventually adjust his gauge. His gauge? Gaze back to the screen and try and up his gauge and bring more firepower.
Yeah, needs to try and do some damage here. They're left with a fairly medium buy as well. It's not too fantastic, Snodge. You got the 2 UMPs and 3 AKs.
It's not hot or an extra hot. It's looking like a mango and lime here.
They will try and make their play in. See if they can slip in and kick it off with a couple of frags. Once again, the utility, they do have 4 Molotovs though. You should be seeing that Molotov on towards tree, forcing the player off position. They do go for it. This could actually help the March as well, but they didn't go for the tree Molotov. Jax luckily is forced out of position though, and Kohler finds the headshot. A messy round, but nevertheless, it's all coming up Prophecy right now. They've read this one correctly as Cali will take down Pettiscale. It's a 2v3. The man advantage to Prophecy, trying to play around the smoke. Hadji, is he ready for the man that's just to his left on the sidelines? Gets him, takes him down. Lambert pushes in, finds a kill with the AWP. Will start to tiptoe up as well, sliver over. And get ready for the oncoming push that is going to be coming out. He's debating where the first phase will come from. He has no smoke, but he has the flashbang, taps the bomb. Is he just going to go for the full commit here? Surely someone should peek towards him. Quicks with a headshot takes him down.
15-11 and the reset now for EnVyUs. Their money will be so low as it gets shattered there from the fast B play from Prophecy. It's going to go 15-11, but actually the money is going to be so low for EnVyUs.Acedemy. Look at that, 1,700 down to multiple players run out for the CT side. Do they go for the eco? Do they go for the double eco? Do they allow Prophecy to get to 13? And at that point, it's potentially down to 1 buy round.
They have nothing to play with into this round, so basically just conceding it, giving it away for free. They go for a fairly standard round as well. No shock and awe style CS, no spanners thrown into the works, just keeping it simple.
I mentioned what would happen when Prophecy were finally backed up into the corner. And so far, they're stepping up to the plate. VKL head towards stairs, obviously having no real firepower, just the USB eventually go down. It's a clean round here from Prophecies. They find 4, leaving Hadji alone towards the A-bomb site.
This is the thing as well, though. Prophecy, they're now in a situation where basically they have to force it into overtime. They've already got a map loss against EnVyUs. There's no pressure on them anymore.
Yep.
They know that this game could be taken away from at any second, so they're just charging in. There's no, oh, I'm scared to go for this peak. What if I die? We might lose another round. They just have to go for the peak.
And it's vice versa, actually. It's interesting you say that because for Prophecy, they were too scared to go for the peak. For EnVyUs, they have such a big buffer on the CT side.
Yeah.
They wanted to go for the peaks, and actually the overfaces, the what's the best way of putting it? The undisciplined plays, right? Usually, whenever we talk about EnVyUs, it's slow, methodical defaults, strategic, systematic plays across the map. It's disciplined. EnVyUs, they were so close. Well, they are still so close. One round, essentially, from going to the finals next week, and suddenly the leash is taken off the players, and they're letting it slip.
They're going for the hero plays. They're running the risk. They're betting it all. Let's see if the gamble is going to come back in their favor as Hajj playing so close to the mark here. Towards close mid. Does actually back off a bit. Tries to bait them in with a couple of taps on the old CZ there as he gets ready for the push nods. Has support as well by mid. It's a close angle. Will they spot him out? He peeks first and goes down. He gets the shore. Sure, he gets the tag, but Jax is just waiting for them to come towards him.
P250, their lines up one. Arch finds a kill towards Connector. It's going to be the 4 versus 3.
KL still trying to stay alive right now. They're eventually finding all the frags over different portions of the map. It's just easy for them to get these long-range kills. The favourable Arsenal. Arch takes down Jax. There should be the second as well, but VKL actually does get the better of him. Grabs the AK-47. Most likely just going to try and hold on to that.
It's going to go 13 to 15. Imagine if Prophecy bring this one back to overtime. All off of the back of that crazy 1 versus 4 from Arch. Nevertheless, the bomb will go down. VKL going to be saving the AK into the next one. What's their money looking like? Can we see it, please? So, they will get 2,400. So, what's that? 2 players have over 3,000, Petascal and Jax. They can afford 2 ops if they want to. Maybe a double op setup is the difference maker here for EnVyUs. We've seen some contact plays from Prophecy. They walk through mid, they walk up A long. They've been going for the B plays, maybe sending an op towards Connector, holding that mid door. Maybe sending an op towards the B platform. We saw success from Colo on the CT side towards that angle. Or maybe even up towards Chicken Coop as an anchor role. That could be the difference maker here. But let's see if they want to bring out the double op setup. Or maybe just go for a 5 rifle one, who knows?
Match point coming through now as they have still got a bit of a buffer to play with. It's been so close for them. They had so many chances, but they haven't been able to close it out. Can they do it once again? Can this be the difference maker? Will Prophecy keep this?
Wait a minute. Why has Lambert got no Kevlar? There's $3,800 in the bank for VKL. He could have afforded the orb.
And then dropped it to him. He hasn't gone for it.
Is that frustration, potentially, for EnVyUs? Are they annoyed at how close this game has become? But maybe, just maybe, that slight mishap, that slight mistake could be a gap and an opening here for Prophecy to get to 14. As the play begins through mid, it's a good call because right now, EnVyUs are playing so passive, they're giving up control towards mid. It's going to be 4 players here from Prophecy walking up through middle, and they could be able to catch Hajj and VKL off guard.
Need to be ready for this one as they will peek out. Trying to find the front.
Oh no.
They actually go for the smart play as well. They wrap back round. They can find out Petiscal here, but Petiscal is actually ready for it. He's focusing towards the correct angle, but it goes down to Quick's Cooler. In the meantime, it's killed VKL. The confusion actually respawn back round towards the A bomb site. Do they know that Hajj's there?
Guess we're about to find out. Hajj now has to go huge towards A, finds one, but eventually gets traded out through the wood there. Flea finds his head through that surface. It's going to be 4-2 now, and the save here from EnVyUs. If they can save these 2 guns, it's so crucial. If they save, Lambert could potentially buy Kevlar and drop over an M4. Jax can drop over an M4 as well. We could be seeing a 4M4 buy, but Lambert misses the shot. Now they know he's towards Chicken Coop.
He's got no armor as well, so if they get that first tag on, he is going to go down. He needs to be precise with his shots here and find those kills instantly. Flashbang goes over. Jax is trying to keep them at bay. He does peek out. Smart teamwork so far into the save. They need to get through this with his weapons. This could be deciding whether or not we see overtime right here, as they will have 1 more round to try and fight this out. They already lose the M4, but Lambert stays alive, finds the kills, and gets through the round.
15-3. So, 1 round here for Prophecy. If they can make it 15-15, they have the momentum going into overtime. And look how weak this spy is going to be. VKL only having $6,700. He can drop over another AWP or another M4 if he wants to. Jax, MP9. UMP there for Petiscal. M4 onto Hajj. VKL can afford the FAMAS and drops over an M4. We're going to be seeing the bar here from EnVyUs this week, though. Orb onto Lambert, but no Kevlar again. 15-14, EnVyUs need 1 more to force overtime. If they lose this one and it goes to OT, there's a chance for Prophecy to have a massive upset.
Smoke goes down early as they want to try and go for this play out towards the B site. Need to find the frags. Jax armed only with the MP9. Petiscal as well on the UMP. Not the best weapons to decide whether or not you are going to be facing off against Prophecy in overtime here. Is this going to be the round starts? Will EnVyUs claim their final spot? Or can Prophecy continue this underdog story?
Bomb left towards T-spawn side middle. Just by Colo with the AWP. The holding for aggression from EnVyUs. They think that EnVyUs are going to go for a 3-man, 2-man push, possibly towards drop for the boost. Maybe peek towards a long. But nevertheless here, control of drop going to be given away by Pedescal as he falls back down towards connector door. It's looking like an A split here is going to be the call from Prophecy. 2 towards A and 3 towards drop. If they can make this one successful. We've already seen the damage they were able to deal towards connector when they slipped through. But let's see who's going to be taking this potential final round here.
True. EnVyUs right now seem like they do need a bottle of water. They have been choking to quite a few rounds. Can this be the round they actually sort themselves out, get a pat on the chest, and start to bring some damage once again?
Calais peeking towards Sandwich. Lambo the AWP towards Chicken Coop. Actually be given control of Electric, and now they're already out. And here comes the split through B.
They peek out. They struggle from the first rex, but they eventually do grab them. Cleveland, Calais take them down. Quicks as well. Kills Pettiskel. Looks like overtime is going to be on the cards right now as VK and Haji, the only 2 remaining members. They might get the first frag to take down Quicks, but surely this retake is going to be impossible for them. It's unlikely they win this one. They are trying to find the frags here and there, peeking out, taking the fights, but nothing's favorable for them. The angles are all being covered. There's so many complementary peaks that can go out for the side of Prophecy. The headshot comes in from Archer as well. Ajay should go down, which he will. Archer with a double kill, a fitting way to end it and force it into overtime as both teams get 15-15.
14-3 was the scoreline heading into that CT side. This was going to go straight into overtime, but actually it was the players on Prophecy who wanted a break. So that's like a catch-22. Players on the Prophecy side, they needed the toilet, they wanted to go to the loo. You're valuing your bladder versus your momentum at that point.
Well, Arch, the one on the 30 bomb right now, he is the only reason they were actually able to force themselves into overtime. 30 frags in regular time. What can he do now as we slip into OT?
So, first round, Tim. EnVyUs obviously going to be carrying forward on that CT side. It's going to be the 4 rifle setup right now and the AWP onto Lambert. This is MR 10K, not 16K. So the AWPs are such a heavy investment already. Calais takes some weight off the Prophecy's shoulders as he finds the first kill there. VKL goes down towards B.
Initial frag coming up. They are going to go for the flash peek as well, try and take that control and see if they can actually work their way up the woods to say bomb set. They get the initial frag. They're going to be hyped off the back of that as well. Archer leading the charge as it should be. He has been the impact fragger every time towards the say bomb site, consistently finding the early kills.
Archer in charge towards J Long. Let's see what he can do. 1 minute 10 on the clock. Bomb there as well. They're going to be leaving Calais to try to sell a fake towards that B bomb site. Lambo, the AWP might go for a peek, but already flashes rain in over the heads of players towards A, but actually it's all a ruse, it's all a fake as they're going to be going back round towards B, but look at Lambert's oh my goodness, look at Calais' aim instead. And it's going to be the 5 vs 2, all down to Jax now to pull through and shine and deliver.
Jax is ready for this as he will tiptoe out, finds the initial headshot, and he's ready for more as well. Sets himself up in a good angle, but Fleet gets the better. And they now have complete control of B as well. They can go for the bomb plant, get it down. Pettisco and Ajay needs to try and go for the retake. Ajay, a little bit impatient there, deciding that someone could have been playing close towards the net, goes for the spam, gives the position away, but that is because they are going to fully commit to a save as well already.
You would have to at this point. With MR 10K, you're not going to be able to afford AWPs and keep your money afloat for the remainder of the 2 extra rounds. Round number 1 of overtime goes in favour of Prophecy though. 16-15, so for the people at home who don't know, first to 19 takes the map in overtime. Pedescal as well will deny Flea from stopping Pedescal saving. It's going to go 2-2, but obviously it's all about the guns at this point.
Pedescal still trying to back off, does peek out and finds that kill as well, as they will force a fair bit of cash out of the hands of Prophecy.
16-15. So, AWP gone from the CT's hands. They can afford another 4 buy into this one, but if they lose this round here, if it goes 17-15, the money will be so low for EnVyUs into the final round of overtime. Oh, that was through the smoke as well. Imagine that, the chance that that happens in overtime, the first round of OT. So unfortunate there for EnVyUs. It's going to be 16-15 now, 1 round advantage. But of course, they still need 3 more.
This is the thing though, CT side for EnVyUs, it has been fairly weak as SEO said on the desk, but if they can just get 1 round, give themselves a bit of a lifeline to play with, maybe they can bring it back and close out on their T half. They need to try and pick one of these up, but they're struggling. VKL them in close range, just come out on top in that initial fight. Falls eventually to Fleeve though, as Pettiskel is the only one really on the scene. His support is coming in, but it's so delayed, the cavalry not going to arrive in time. This is probably going to be another save coming through as Kolar as well denies it on Lambert.
EnVyUs looking lifeless right now. Haji in the 1 versus 3 has to save the AWP. There's no money right now for EnVyUs into the final round of the CT half. We saw a 14-3 lead, and since then they've got 1 round, and Prophecy have found 13. 14 actually, because obviously they're going to get this one as well. It's with the save from Haji, so 14-1 is going to be the T side that Prophecy bring to the party.
It's looking really good. Haji, though, actually on the exit, takes down Fleeve, grabs himself the AWP as well, so he can save that and give it back to Lambert in the next round. But even then, they have to get that remaining round. Prophecy, right now, already claiming 2. If they get the next one, Snods, they can win it out. They would only have to get 1 round on their CT half. EnVyUs need to give himself some kind of lifeline right here, but it seems unlikely. Ooh, bit timing towards the end there, bit awkward.
Finally, some smiles there onto Prophecy. They know right now they have EnVyUs backed into a corner. As the final buy, the CT half for EnVyUs comes through. UMP onto Jax, the star player, deducted down to an SMG, 3 Enforce as well, and the AWP onto Lambert once again. That was saved by Haji. P comes in towards middle, but actually Caller has his AWP set towards A long. Lambert falls back, but the timing!
This could be so awful. Luckily, he will actually get away without being taken down, but they've pushed out. It's going to be Haji to support him as he plays close towards Matrix. Listen out for those footsteps. They are making a bit of noise now as the smokes and utility goes down, but they're backing off. It's truly going to be a play towards the B bomb site. As you can see, Calais is the one setting himself up there.
That smoke towards middle denies any information that EnVyUs can gather, as they're going to be setting their gaze back towards B. Molotov comes out, trying to flush out any players towards drop, but actually, Pedescal's given up. He's playing towards window. You've got Jax as well, holding off towards Electric. The split towards B is impending right now here for a Prophecy. Can they try and get 3 on the board and have 3 match points into the second half?
Is there going to be a leak out towards the B bomb site? It seems like it has been stopped so far as the frags are coming in for the side of Prophecy. But EnVyUs is still doing a slight bit of work. Lambert takes down Quicks, but there's the return from Kolor. The AWPs are going in fashion right now as it's a 3v2 Snods. They have to go for the retic into this one. There's no saving today. They push in. Lambert playing with confidence as he needs to. Arching elevated tree boost. If they don't clear that, he is going to be so useful. Flea finds the headshot, takes him down. Haji, a 1 versus 3 to try and stop them from getting the round, but Prophecy, they get all 3 on the first half. They need 1 round on their CT half to close it out in overtime, force it into the 3rd map.
3 chances now to finish what they started. The comeback here from Prophecy. Daunted with a 14-3 deficit. Somehow, some way, they've gone 15-1 on the terrorist side. But obviously, so far in the playoffs, every single CT side has been lackluster. Can Prophecy change that trend? Try and get that final round number 19. And go 1-1 and force train.
You can see Arch as well actually getting quite active there and deciding how they want to try and restructure this. He's being quite a critical voice for this team right now. He's been the only one that sort of stepped up in towards the darkness and gives them something to play with.
Do it. Yeah, do it. Of course.
So, he's saying do it. Has someone asked to go for a crazy play? Maybe the AWP has asked to go for a peek and he's like, yep, you can go for it. We've got 3 chances here.
I think this is trying to show how well they want to do with Calais, because Arch obviously wanted to put Calais just towards the A-bomb site. Let's play that anchor role once again. Ooh. The double AWP though.
It's on Fleeve though. Usually we see Fleeve with a rifle. 18-15, EnVyUs. The best they can ask for here in overtime is to force a second one. They cannot win it in OT number 1. They have to win 3 on the try on the T side to force OT number 2 and try close it out there. But let's see if Prophecy can close it out in this one.
Kolor, seems like he actually wants to try and go for the aggressive play with the AWP as he pushes up towards Olof early, but doesn't face into it. The Molotov kept him at bay, and the smokes are there as well. The bomb's still currently undecided of where it is going to be going towards. It's just situated by mid, meaning they can rotate if they need to. Heavy footsteps early towards B to try to sell the idea of a B take. But truly, it seems like A will be under onslaught.
1 minute 20 on the clock. Smokes come out towards middle, Molotov as well towards Matrix. The play towards the A site will be the call from Lambert here from EnVyUs. Usually so good at those mid-round deciphering calls, and right now he has to come up clutch and say the right words to his teammates. It's going to be 2 from Prophecy towards the A site. Quick's now peeking out towards middle, but can't quite see the gun barrel. Doesn't have a Molotov as well, so we can't flush him out just yet. It's going to be Fleeve with the AWP. And Quick's now towards middle to hold off and fend off all 5 players now for EnVyUs. as the timer does tick down.
Oh, he pushes it, but it doesn't clear the angle. He overextends the confidence. And now they react off the back of it. Fleef is the unknown quantity with the AWP, but will he step up massively? Will the stars align for him? Timing a bit awful. Forced that position as well due to the Molotov, but he misses the shot. Lambert as well, unable to capitalize. Fleef whiffing right now as Apple Grumble gets stuffed up, but eventually he finds his composure, gets the double kill, ready for more, but Lambert will come in big. Petty Scale connects the headshot on towards Color. They're keeping themselves alive. They're trying to deny this from going the way of Prophecy. Arch, with the timing, surely gets that frag, denies the bomb from being made towards the site. The transition isn't going to be allowed. Peeks up, tries to get the shots. He's struggling. 7 seconds. They have to plant now. The hand of Arch is forced. Will the man that forced them into overtime be able to close out the game for his team? He's getting the flick shots, Nods. He's tagging them down low. He has the Molotov as well to force them out of position, but can Pettiscale actually land the AK tap? As he slowly starts to walk around, just waiting for the push to come in. Arch will get it. Prophecy, stay alive. They can get the defuse. They force out overtime. They take it through as well. Win it in a clean fashion. And we're heading on over to a map 3.
How on earth they managed to bring that one back? 14-3 was the scoreline on that second half. EnVyUs win 4 out of 4 pistols, but somehow, somewhere, the T side from Prophecy prevails. They bring it back to 15-15, and in overtime they win all 4 rounds. I believe that must have been what? Well, would be so unfortunately. My goodness, unlikely. But then again, you never know. Counter-Strike is rather unpredictable sometimes.
It's true, it can be all over the place. And that's the thing with Prophecy. They are a team that has a lot of potential, has a lot of firepower, has some really strong players, but they only step up now and then. And it's a good situation to be in as well. We need to see players like Arch that are used to those more sort of individual-based plays, not sort of heavily structured teamwork. Him and Fleeve, they're big names in terms of raw talent, but not really in teamwork. As if they can try and at least get some sort of bread and butter between them, maybe it could go huge.
We see a lot of kills from those 2 players. Fleeve in Pugs, FPLC and whatnot is known for his killing ability, but then again, we are going to be going live here. 3rd map. Obviously, the final one here of the first series of the playoffs. Counter-Strike Elite Series. Let's see what we're going to be seeing. Smoke diffuser for VKL. And Prophecy starting on the T side. EnVyUs shouting after winning the seat. They're winning the 9th round and starting on the CT side. They know exactly how crucial it is to get off to a good start. But can they let it slip once again?
Get themselves ready. You have the smoke and the flashbang here on Calais as he will smoke down and then flash over and try and go for this play. Out towards Ivy as well. Calais slowly attempting to tiptoe in, but not really finding too much yet. He is keeping them distracted though. Calais actually finds the frag by Ivy, but can eventually get shredded out. Meanwhile, towards B, they have been swarmed and overwhelmed. Prophecy have slipped in. They can now get the bomb down. Quicks left on 24 HP as the tags start to come out.
Everyone's so low right now. Fleeve now close towards back lines. Eventually goes down. Archer gets a reply kill. It's going to be the 1 versus 2. Low HP there onto Quicks. And of course, Pettiscale 2 HP. Oh my goodness, yes, the kit smoke picked up from VKL.
The spectacular Swede himself. What can he actually do? Peeks out, finds the headshot. Quicks takes them down. Prophecy get the opening round, and they are screaming.
Slamming their desks, going crazy, standing up in their chairs as well.
Standing up in their chairs.
In their chair? Yeah, essentially. Do you know what? One of the Prophecy players said. They said that Calais needed the toilet so bad towards the end of that second map. He was actually standing up while playing.
Oh,
imagine that.
Maybe that's the trick. That's how.
Maybe that's the trick. There you go. Anyway, though, it's going to go 1-0. The T side Prophecy prevail on that pistol round. They're going to be going into round number 2 with the improved firepower. 4 SMGs, 3 UMPs, Mac 10 there onto Calais. AK, the pure firepower there for Arch. As they're going to be going back towards that B-bomb site. It worked with the pistol. Can it work again versus the Force Spy?
Slowly making their play down right now. Calais getting tags off with this Mac 10 as he just walks around, but Haji spots him out, punishes him with a deagle as well. A dirty shot to open up the round. P250 on Pettiscale trying to trade right now as they're just tapping as the push comes in. Fleeve will find the frag. They have secured B once more. They can hold off the choke points. As Fleeve plays so close to the mark here, just spamming down with that SMG. He is consistently finding the frags and forcing people back as they do go through with that second round. Only losing a few players.
3 players staying alive there for Prophecy going into round number 3. How's their money going to be looking? You can see they're so fired up. They never expected to be in this scenario when they were looking at their screen, seeing a 14-3 deficit on Cobblestone. And now the Force Spy there from EnVyUs doesn't quite merit themselves the win. $3,000 there for Lambert. So we can buy the AWP into round number 4, the first buy round, but it's looking likely that Prophecy go 3-0.
Push going to be coming out as Fleeve will walk straight out towards trains here, seeing if he can spot anything. Looking around right now as the kills will start to come through. Calais takes down VKL, but Jackson Hadji retaliate with a P250 and the deagle. Arch finds that headshot. and hold the choke point towards Connector as well. They're not actually focusing as they start to run back through. Maybe Periscope could get some damage off. He only has a P2000 in his hands. It's not going to be the most efficient weapon for this sort of scenario, and he will fall.
2 versus 3 now. No Kevlar though for the CT side. As you can see, one shot from that AK Arch looking crisp again into, well, the final map here. Jax now, 1 versus 3, wants to try and get 1 kill here with the MAC-10. It's $600, but doesn't quite land it. It's going to go 3-0 now. Prophecy go into the first bar, and they have 2 SMGs and 1 AK. Question again, do you carry forward the UMPs? Calais might have been dropped, that UMP, and if he is, it's going to be the 3 AK bar here. 2 UMPs versus the single onto Jax. 3 and 4s, and of course the AWP onto Lambert. But again, it's the glass cannon AWP. Lambert had 3,000. Oh no, there you go. He eventually bought it out. I was going to say he had enough money to buy the AWP armor, and he does do it indeed. So they're going to be leading Periscope alone towards B, 4 towards outside. Is that the right call there from Lambert? Or is Quicks winning the game of chess?
Flashes start to come down Pop Dog as they want to push out. Lambert will get that kill and take down Quicks now as they swiftly charge through. Fleeve actually gets overpowered by Jax as he starts to just run through everyone, finds those initial frags. EnVyUs seem like they're going to open it up with a good start on the first 4-buy.
There we have it. Shouts from EnVyUs, shouts from Prophecy as well. You can see both these teams fired up onto the final map. It's basically a best of 1 in this scenario. A difference here as well, Jack, is the fact that on Cobblestone and on Mirage, EnVyUs won 4 out of 4 pistols. The first pistol that Prophecy win is on that T-side train. Thankfully though, as the scoreline goes 3-1, EnVyUs win the first buy round, but obviously, if they lose this one, their round loss bonus will be reset. There's a chance that the CT economy can be shattered as you go into the next one. The rush from Prophecy, stunted by the firepower from EnVyUs towards outside. Are they going to take their chances back towards B? They saw success on the pistol and versus the 4 spies. Then again, though, it's looking unlikely here. But let's see. 2 towards Ali, 1 towards team main. That's the AWP onto College. Tries to get the first as he wants a player from Connector to cross towards Pop Dog and line them up in his scope. But unfortunately for him, he doesn't find the first kill just yet.
Looking around, trying to find these early frags as they have the little pixel angle there, and Lambert connects it as well. Takes down Calais. He's able to just hold and actually double faces as well. The smoke is there to block off his line of sight for the meantime.
Man advantage now for EnVyUs. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Bomb towards Pop Dog. So eventually. Oh my goodness! That's a nice reactive shot there from Kohler, but of course the reaction from Hadje was correct. The trade frag comes through. Still the man advantage here for EnVyUs with 1 minute 10 left on the clock. Bomb shifting its way through Whitehall's back towards team main and eventually that A-bomb site. EnVyUs have the man advantage if they can make it 3-2. There's a real chance for them to try and equalize the scoreline here.
3 rifles for them as they just hold right now, unsure of where to go, wary of the potential play that could be coming out from Team EnVyUs. As they just hold close in their angles, all they have to do is wait for the push to come towards them.
Quicks land of the smoke there towards Sandwich. There's 40 seconds left. Hadje towards Sandwich just to go huge and deny the aggression here from Prophecy.
Arch is going to run out, try and find the initial frag. Struggling a little bit, but connects that headshot. Takes down Hadje. This is a good situation to be in, but the trades are coming back through. Arch swings wide. He was unsure of where the actual players was and goes down. It's all up to Quicks now. 20 seconds. AWP in hand in a 1v2 scenario.
As the smoke, they can smoke and try to go for the plan. Actually, it makes a good caller to go back towards B. Periscope rotates from that B bomb site back towards A. And actually now, if Quicks can plant, he can hold the angle towards Connector, get the first kill, and turn this into a 1 versus 1.
He's going to get the bomb down just in the nick of time. He can hold as well as he starts to fall back. He has a smoke to aid him. And the AWP scoped in, just focusing towards Connector. If they peek out, they always have the trade potential, but he needs to get the first frag. Will take them down. He gets tagged, sure, but he jumps out of there as he slowly backs up. 3 faces as well. Quick finds the frag. Stays alive. The Swede himself.
Sounds... Well, let's not go there anyway. 3-4 actually to 1 there, but it's a 3 versus 1 scenario. Quicks gets the kill onto Lambert. And the 1 versus 2, he makes the split-second decision to go back towards that B-bomb site, up the ladder, through Pop Dog, down ramp, and plants the bomb. And as I said there, he can hold the long-range angle towards Connector. And actually, they're going to say thank you. They're going to pat him on the back with a knife, though. We'll do a cheeky bit of a damage there, but nevertheless, it's going to be the reset in terms of money for EnVyUs. It's looking likely the Prophecy go to 5-1 here versus 4 sets of unarmored opponents on that CT side and just upgraded pistols across the board.
Get ready to go for this play as Arch is slowly going to just tiptoe around, try and scope in, see if he can find the initial frag here as Petiscale wide faces out. Does tap away with the AK, but can't actually get the kill just yet, as they do take that Pop Dog control as well.
bomb towards B. They're going to be leaving Calais towards outside with the UMP. He runs out, actually, trying to see if he can cause a fake, but actually there's a 3-man stack towards the B site here.
The kills do come through. Fleeve with a double. Ajay only got one. EnVyUs, though, still starting to get some sort of momentum as Jax with the double kill with the deagle. That is a filthy round so far. If he can get more, maybe they could actually get momentum into this one. They're also going to backstab. Quicks needs to be ready for this. Is he aware? Flicks round as he gets the frag on towards Lambert. Struggling to connect these shots as well, but Kolor takes down Jackson. It's all on Haji. He has an SMG. Snodzy pushes straight through the smoke. He goes for the confidence peak. Kolor will not spot him, but luckily Quicks will.
5-1 is going to be the scoreline now. EnVyUs, Mirage, Cobblestone, they had such big leads, and now you can see right there, Petaskel. He knows exactly the chance here for Prophecy that they have. If they win this round, make it 6-1, break the money again, the lead on the T side will be so strong. It's the first time we saw them in a pistol round as well in this series. Nevertheless, though, the buy comes through. Fatmas down to Haji. 3 and 4s in the up for Lambert. Kolor going to be testing his chances here towards Connector. Peeks out, but no one's crossed his angle just yet.
Now going to be swarming all over the place, bursting out to try and take the aggressive A hit. Playing with confidence is just what they need. Jax might get a trade back, sure, but Archer's in the rear, and he's ready to try and strike at any given moment and eliminate them. It goes down to Lambert. This is huge for them. They finally have a massive grasp onto the round, leaving it up to Quicks. Surely he can't clutch again. Overwhelmed and goes down to Haji. EnVyUs will bite back.
5-2 now. Let's see what's going to happen going into the next one. Round number 8, sorry. We'll begin. 2,000 across the board there for Prophecy as they went 4-1. Did the crazy 1 versus 3 by Quicks, but obviously it's a 1 versus 3. There's only one player alive for Prophecy, so their money gets reset. Prophecy going to be taking their chances. They're going to double down here, put everything on black essentially as they go for the full force buy. What's the call going to be here? Lambert, so crucial, gets the big 2K in the last one. Can he do it again? And try and force an eco that Prophecy, and slowly but surely find themselves coming back into this one.
Lambert ready for the push to come out towards Ivy as he just sets himself up in position. The smoke goes in. They try jump face. He actually does miss the shot. So they've got a little bit more control now as they slowly slip in.
Now they can smoke off the op from Lambert. Still trying to do damage though. The boost could come through, but actually Jax lines up 2 players there towards Pop that the bomb is down. EnVyUs have control of the bomb. It's down to just 3 players here. Prophecy went for the full force into this one. If they lose it, they could be forced onto a weak buy into the next one. EnVyUs, they need this round.
Kolor sets himself up. Archer's going to come over to support as well. They need to regain control towards drop down if they are going to be able to recover that bomb, and it's so unlikely.
Lambert has the angle here towards Ali. Kolor, he has to land an instant headshot here to deny the chance. And there you have it. It's going to be the 5 versus 2 now. Calais and Arch, they retrieve the bomb. They're going to go back towards B potentially. But then again, you can see there's 2 players here this time. Petaskel hasn't over-rotated just yet.
Flashbang goes out to try and give them safe passage towards the site whilst the CTs are blind. They do slip through. The deagle shot doesn't come out. Petaskel with a double. And EnVyUs keep on trucking.
5-3 will be the scoreline as we go into round number 9. Jax here, we didn't see it on our screens, but look at that, lines them both up. And that will be 3 on the board now for EnVyUs, and the Eco coming out from Prophecy. You can see as well, $2,000 across the board here for the T side. No one, well I say no one, Kolor, the AWPer for the T side having no money for the AWP into the next buy round. And obviously, you want as much firepower and as much comfort onto those players as possible in these buy rounds. Anyway though, it's going to be the Eco from Prophecy. And of course, 3 AKs there for EnVyUs, M4 onto Petaskel, AWP onto Lambert, kids as well across the board. It's looking likely this one goes to 5-4. Slowly but surely, EnVyUs are finding their footing back in this one.
Grouping up right now as they want to try and gain some map control and decide what they want to do into this round. Obviously, with a weak buy, it's basically just about getting the bomb down for them and getting a bit of additional cash flow, because ideally they're not going to be able to win it. Haji as well, just holding the ankles right now, just shooting away as it's a bit of target practice in the early round.
1 minute on the clock. The remainder of the Prophecy side towards B. With no Kevlar, it's just a shooting gallery here towards ramp. 5 players staying alive as well for EnVyUs. That's good for their money. Going into round number 10. How much money does the CT side have? Let's take a look. 7,000 across the board, 6,000-ish. So Prophecy need to chain these rounds together. They need to make it 6-4, 7-4, win 2 in a row, and try and force an eco or a quasi-buy for EnVyUs if they really want to run with the lead. Nevertheless, though, that's 2 buy rounds they have to take. Let's see what they're going to do. 5 AKs for them. Light utility as well. No Molotovs for that T side just yet, but actually train on that T side. Not really a map you need the Molotovs too much. Obviously, if you go towards B, it's good to molly out connected to deny rotations. Obviously, you can molly towards stop sign or whatnot, but nevertheless, aggression here from Lambert. as he's trying to get the first kill, but actually, Quicks won't take the bait just yet.
Quicks just holding with the AWP, trying to see if he can find these kills as they just get ready to push through.
Fleeve towards B will find the kill. Pedescal's going to have to rotate back around through connector. They're actually going to send 2 players through Hadje as well. It's only going to be Jax here alone. Gets the first. It's quite expect the second though. Fast reply from Arch. Give the 3 versus 4. The man advantage. They're going to be leaving just VKL alone towards Ali to fend off all these players.
This leaves them in a bit of a weak spot right now as they are actually dropping man numbers. Everyone is starting to go down. It's Hadje and Pettiscale, the only 2 players alive and kicking for the EnVyUs side. Fairly far away as well. Trap towards that B-bomb site is going to be completely taken. They're outnumbered 2-1. If they want to go for this play, it's going to be incredibly risky.
Might go for the save here. They have kits, but lack of utility as well. No Molotovs to flush out the Prophecy side. No smokes to fend off those choke points, so they will just be throwing in the towel here and saving into round number 11. Hadje, hard of the angle onto Quicks, has the AWP as well. Don't give away the AWP, surely! That's Lambert's now!
Overextends and punished because of it. He's given them that free AWP to, as you said, pass back towards Lambert, so even though their economy is weak, it can just give him that free rebuy for nothing. Forces cash out of the hands of Prophecy as well here as more of them are going down, overextending out. Fleet will fall.
But their money still might be quite low here from Prophecy. Obviously, they've only won 1 round here. So, yeah, look at that, 3,000. So, poor decision making there to give away an AWP to Lambert, and now they're going to go for the buy. You've basically just saved Lambert $4,750. Nevertheless, the round number 11 shall begin. 6-4 with the scoreline. EnVyUs now. How do they cope with defeat? They went 13-1 in the regular season. They only lost 1 map, but they never lost the best of 2. They've lost a map already in playoffs when they had a 14-3 lead. How will that affect their mental fortitude into this one? As right now, they're facing the deficit for the first time.
Trying to go for these early taps right now as they're looking for the frags, bobbing and weaving. As they slowly attempt to take a bit of map control and force EnVyUs back. EnVyUs have a very healthy buy though, Snods. They're not going to be playing too timid.
Bomb. Outside team main. Right now it's going to be 3 players towards A, 2 towards B right now from EnVyUs. They want Pettiscale and VKL to be a dynamic duo towards that B-bomb site. Fleeve alone towards B, but actually it seems like the take's going to be towards A. You have Calais there towards Ali. He can flush the angle towards Ali, smoke off backlines, molly out. Well, could have mollied out. Instead, Lambert finds that kill thanks to the dropped up by Quicks. Nevertheless, though, the man advantage for EnVyUs as these smokes are deployed towards the A site.
Get themselves ready. They do push through. Hadje actually overwhelmed that first time we see him. Not really starting to find these frags. Fleeve as well. A long-range kill takes down Jax, but Arch and Fleeve fall. Quicks will trade it back as he eliminates VKL, but still, they're on for a 2 versus 2. The flashbangs swarm out as they have to try and reposition. Lambert going to peek him. Will he actually find anything here as that bomb is pushing in deep? He can capitalize. Colo can try and go for the frag. Eliminate Lambert. It'll just take 1 bullet. Depends on the timing though, but he doesn't get it. Lambert, with the intuition, will flick round and kill him.
The Argentine captain for the French side goes huge. A massive 2k, 3k even from him, but Quicks finds 1. He's not going to expect Pettiscale towards the right, or is he? Oh, that's such a big round to win. 5-6 would be the score, and if they lost that one, it could have trickled down to an even worse scoreline there. That would have been 7-5. Weak money as well. You're looking at 8-5. But anyway, round number 12 shall begin. Prophecy going to go for the buy once again, though. AK onto Quicks. Deagle onto Calais and Fleeve. CZ there for Arch and the P250 into Colo's arms. Let's see what they're going to be fending off against with a 4M4 buy here from EnVyUs, and of course Lambert Wood of the AWP. The MVP into that round, finding a solid 3k there and denying round number 7 for Prophecy.
Already though, they grab the first frag, even with a weaker buy. You can see Lambert going to be going down, so it's a nice little crack in the armor early for them to try and capitalize on, continuously hit, and see if they can actually force maybe some more out of this round.
Man advantage for Prophecy off the back of the Deagle there from Fleeve. Pettiscale run out trying to equalize the numbers, going to peek out towards Arch, finds him, catches him, slip him. 4 versus 4 now. Let's see, push comes towards outside. Hadji's tested, and he fails.
Fleeve's the only reason they're actually getting too much done into this round as well. Quicks with the rifle will find that kill eventually, takes down VKL. Jax not being able to bring anything to the table as he nearly actually goes down to Calais as well. They've recovered weapons, they're in good spots. They might actually pick this round up. This could be a huge reset if they pull it off. Pettiscale will strike though. Jax as well, hoping to push in now. Pettiscale is the lifeline of the side of EnVyUs. He's already got 3k. Could he be the difference maker? They flood in, they attempt to just charge through and overwhelm everything Prophecy have. Flashbangs come out to allow them to respond. Fleep gets another one with a deagle. It's all up to him as he just holds for the push, peeks out, goes down to Jax. Taps the bomb, but time's ticking away. Sure, he has a kit, but he's not really got any time to play with. He's paranoid as well, and falls.
The panic on their faces right now. They thought they had it in the last one. 14-3, I've said it so many times, Jack, but to lose with that advantage, you can see how it's impacted their confidence on Mirage, on Cobblestone, the early portion of Cobblestone at least. They were playing so aggressive with confidence, they had it. And now they're playing timid and scared, and the panic on their faces is definitely showing. 7-5, and the reset comes in. It's going to be the quasi-buy here from EnVyUs, potentially conceding this one. If Prophecy get to 8, they've already won the half.
Peak comes out, they try and go for the early contact frag, but Kolo can't quite nab it. And he will have to back off. Oh, the frag with the CZ could be vital here as well from Jaxi. Refaces, gets everyone low, but luckily the damage is shared between them. Fleep will find the kill, so they still stay alive. Haji perched up, he has the high ground. Will he actually find the frags as well? Struggling to get the shots, that's not like the Haji we know.
5 versus 3, Calais, Archer low. There's a chance here. Lambert has to land the kill, but unfortunately for him, Quicks and Colo do find 2. It's going to be VK on the 1 versus 5. 5 players staying alive potentially for Prophecy, and that's so good for their money going into the remainder of these 3 rounds here. EnVyUs going to have to chain 2 rounds together if they want a weak buy. Look how relieved they are. The difference we're seeing in their body language and how they're showing their emotions. They can see the win inside. This will be the Cinderella story, the massive upset we weren't expecting here.
Definitely not. I mean, this is insane so far how this game has started to shape up. They're starting to get themselves in charge. This could be Prophecy qualifying for the grand final here over EnVyUs if they continue with this form.
No AWP right now for the CT side. Fleeve towards outside, spots that one player. Gives away his position, but here you have it. The aggression towards outside, it goes 1 for 1. It's a 4 versus 4.
It's Archo that's taking the fight, but unfortunately he goes down. Haji will get the better of him as he just leaves 3 players remaining now. The troublesome trio on that terrorist side as they are spread fairly thin as well. It's only Kolor as the AWP with support of Calais. You can see Quick's miles away by Popdog, and the bomb just dropped by T-Spawn.
1 minute 20 on the clock now. Bomb outside team main. Someone's going to have to retrieve that one. But here you have it. Aggression towards Ali now from Prophecy. Going to be peeking out towards Jax, the star player from the French lineup. He's about to be tested. Can he deliver when his team needs him?
Oh, Quicks is going to do some damage. Oh, it forces them to they had to reposition because Mispagolo with a quick shot takes down Haji. It's somehow left on Hack. How is this round gone in this fashion, Jax?
They know exactly where he is as well. Let's give it the 1 versus 2 now. Jax has no kit. If that bomb is planted towards the B bomb site, this could spell the end here. Quicks going to be rejoining the ranks here, rejoining Kolor. Actually, I don't think they know where he is. So, can the shroud of doubt that Prophecy have over Jax, can that be the glimmer of hope here for Jax in this scenario? But actually, it's a 50-50 chance as where you opt to go. And unfortunately for him, it lands on 49%. Jax is towards B, but the bomb's going to be planted towards A. It's looking likely here that Prophecy get to 9 and break the money for EnVyUs.
They're going to be able to get that down. Quicks will be the one planting it, and he's going to be coming through Popdog. It seems the smoke goes in as well. No one really focusing towards Popdog right now. They're both open from it. He could stab at any moment as he will set himself up. Goes down ladder, pushes in. Kolor's there. Kolor falls though as he finds the initial frag. Leaves himself in a 1 versus 1. Quicks knows where he's coming from. Hides currently as the smoke is going to go down the bomb as well. Molotov goes out to try and force these players out of position, but he's looking towards the high angle. He doesn't actually know the location of Quicks. Quicks starts to walk round, can stab him at any moment as he finds the frag. Quicks, another clutch round comes out. It's a hat-trick for him as they keep on moving. How have they won this round?
Unspeakable things there towards the A site. Oh my goodness. I thought they had it. Of 4 versus 3, they had all the angles covered, and Quicks and Kolor towards the A site. They deliver. Quicks with a massive 3K. They're the captain of the Prophecy side, delivering and leading by example. But look at the money right now. Deagles, MP9s and some machine guns. No AWP for Lambert. It's a scout and he has no Kevlar.
Early pushes coming through though as they try and make their play towards that B-bomb site once more. Early information. They do actually get a little bit of a info play, but then back off. Popdog control seems to be vital. There's a deep double push here from EnVyUs into this final round.
Yeah. Having these submachine guns and these pistols, they have to make the battles close range in close quarters. That's why they're playing aggressive. The bomb going back towards B. You can see aggression here, or presence, sorry, from Calais towards Ali. He will smoke towards backline and molly off towards quad as well. That's green train. And then eventually they can come back towards B. You can see as well Arch going to be rejoining the bomb here alongside of Quicks. It's going to be 2 towards that B bomb site. Quicks in the last round was able to take them both down alone. Can they do it again though? Can they make it 10-5 and really put EnVyUs on their back heels?
Slowly set themselves up. They've found success quite a few rounds in a row towards B, but it's a double face. Actually, Petiscale has support as they peek up, but they go down first. Oh, VK with a deagle trying to tap back. Can't actually get any frags just yet as he is able to get away, still alive. But from the sideline, it's Calais with a backstab. It's a huge impact frag there for him. Oh, Hadjay denying the bomb plant, those nods. Maybe there's still so much more potential. It's a bit of a mixed bag, really. It's going either side every time an important kill comes in.
Both the CTs are to rotate as well through B upper. You can have the up hold towards ramp, one to hold towards heaven. It's looking so unlikely. Lambert has no Kevlar, there's no kits, there's no utility jack, there's nothing left. Prophecy, they should get to 10.
Definitely, this should be their 10th round and a half here and secure it. Kolor gets one, it's all on Lambert. He's got a scout. Not really a weapon you want in this scenario as he gets tagged down and he will fall. A 10-5 half.
Guess we're going to find out how this one goes shortly. Can Prophecy own a 15-1 scoreline after Prophecy were met with the scoreline of 14-3. Somehow, some way, the Cinderella story prevailed, and they brought it back, and they've brought it on to Train, and right now it's 10-5, a 5-round advantage runner for Prophecy, and they're going on to the CT side, the favored side as well. So if they win this pistol, can they make it 2 for 2 in terms of the pistols, and potentially cause the shocking upset of knocking EnVyUs out of the CSGO League?
It'd be incredible if they do. Obviously, it doesn't matter how well you do in your group stage when it comes down to a semi-final, and it's all to play for right now, neck and neck. Prophecy, if they get this, they're going to have 13 rounds on the board, you'd imagine, off the back of the opening pistol, so it's all to play for here.
Lambert, P250, and Kevlar. So actually, VKL going to be dropping over Lambert, the P250. He's going to be going towards B, trying to see if he can find a first frag there, and cause an rotation towards the B-bomb site. He's trying to leave Prophecy shaking in their boots and force a rotation, but right now it's going to be no one budging from the CT side. They're still expecting the play towards the A-bomb site, and eventually the play, the bomb, the smoke's going to be pinned and lined up towards the A site as the grenades will fly over. The question is, though, can Prophecy prevail and somehow, some way, clench both pistols?
Smoke comes out. They do want to try and go for this play out towards the A-bomb site. They block off those lines of sight and see if they can push through. Kolor in the boosted angle, though. No one spotted him out, but it's Quicks with a double kill. Get off. Massive round so far. Jax might trade it back on towards one man, but can Kolor try to get the advantage? Actually, Jax doing damage here. He is the key player for the side of EnVyUs. It's their two most deadly players left alive right now as well. Jax struggling a little bit as he faces into a double peek from the side of Prophecy.
Jax towards Sandwich now in the 2 versus 2. Kit onto Arch and Kevlar on both the CT players. It's looking likely they can maybe pull this one through. 30 seconds left, and actually, Kolor decimates Jax. Hadjay on the 1 versus 2.
Hadjay just individually tapping, hoping they're going to peek into it. They have no real reason to face right now. The bomb is down. They have complete control. There's 20 seconds on the clock. All they have to do is hide, essentially, and win the round off the back of that. Hadjay pushes in, but he goes down to Arch. They get the opening pistols nods. They now can continue this on. They should get the next 2 rounds. There was no bomb plant as well.
Mirage, EnVyUs won both of them. Cobblestone, the same affair as well. 4 for 4 in the pistols in the first 2 maps. And now, the underdogs. Look at that crisp, clean 2K there from Quicks. The headshots come into fruition there for the international lineup. The French side now onto 5 rounds. They're going to be going for the force buy. It's going to be 5 just a Kevlar, 5 are graded pistols as they rush towards outside.
This is crazy. The situation they're left in is unprecedented right now. So awkward for the side of EnVyUs. They only have these upgraded pistols. Surely they can't win it off the back of a force, though, as they push out. Jax does actually get a kill, can recover himself a UMP as well, but Petiscale goes down. Kolor starts to do a massive amount of work as he gets that double kill off. Quicks from strike at any moment. Jax actually falls back. Lambert as well with the rotate from Ivy. Gets a nice kill off there.
Still the man advantage runner for Prophecy. They're the kit, the firepower, and the utility, but actually no longer the man advantage. Is going to go to the 2 versus 2. 1 minute 10 on the clock. Bomb towards Blue Train. And now they can slow this one down. Lambert has to find the kill, but unfortunately he gets spotted out.
Lever's ready, but they're overextending. He dinks him down to 6 HP. It's all up to Jax. He's got armor. He sprints as fast as he can over towards the B-bomb site.
And they hear him as well. Arch can come from behind and deny the plant here, as Jax will try and punch in the numbers. The bomb plant will be so crucial, and they will get $800 extra into the bank accounts. So that's extra utility, extra firepower potentially to the next round. And actually, it's winnable if he finds the kill into a Fleeve.
If Fleeve falls here, he grabs himself not only that UMP, but also a good bit of map control. He tries to find the frag. He does take him down. It's a headshot. But the bomb diffuser's coming out. It's a 5-second defuse. Archer's going to get it just off the back of a cheeky play. And they still win the round. And it seems like he got the frag as well.
He was the star player for Prophecy on Cobblestone. He's the only real reason they're here, alive and kicking on Train. And finally, some smiles here. 12-5. EnVyUs They had the exact same grins and body language when they had the massive advantage. And right now, they're the ones looking at the faces of potential defeat. Round number 18 will begin. It's going to be the quasi-buy coming out from EnVyUs. The bomb was down, so you can see Kevlar being invested by Hadji and Lambert. But then again, Lambert buying the Kevlar means, you guessed it, no AWP into that first barrel of the second half.
Leaves them high and dry right now as the cash can be built for Prophecy as well. It's a heavy SMG investment. They're trying to take that connect control. They actually do get past them. They bypassed it. All of the CT defense, but Fleet was ready as he takes the full front of the assault, finds those first few frags. They reposition back around now. The B-bomb site is overwhelmed. They're trying to get the plant, but it's just come down to Petty Scale. He might get it and get the additional cash bonus, but surely he should be punished as they flood in one by one. Kolar will find that frag.
13-5 will be the scoreline now. The stars are aligning for Prophecy. The clutch plays, the stars you need. Kolar, Arch, the players that have to deliver for Prophecy when they see success. Right now, they're the ones stepping up. It's going to go 13-5 here. An 8-round advantage now for the CT side on Train. You would have never guessed this scenario would ever occur. So, Lambert, what's the call going to be? All the pressure on his shoulders. Obviously, the bomb was planted on both those rounds, so he can afford the AWP and Kevlar and utility, thankfully. So, round number 19 begins. UMP onto Quicks. 2 AWPs right now to Archer and Kolar. 2 M4s as well. Let's see what the buy for EnVyUs is going to be. Once again, the standard one. Single upset right out to Lambert. And Pedescal, but Pedescal gets tagged up, and Kolar through the smoke finds Jax. Pedescal's low HP as well. It's a 4 versus 5, and they have the health and man advantage.
It's a nice opening kill. Petty's going to try and stab as well, see if he can find that frag, but Arch spots him out. They take him down. They're dismantling EnVyUs. This is huge as well, so it's the first full buy. This is where EnVyUs needed to try and get loud and actually pick up these frags, but nothing is coming their way. Calais annihilates VKL. It's only Hadji and Lambert left. Hadji had a nice angle, will find the shot at the end, removes Kolar, can now just try and storm him through the backline. They don't actually seem too alerted of what's occurred over towards Ivy. The kill actually goes the way of Calais even then. Still finds the frag with the M4. Time's ticking away here. Lambert, his hand is forced into this round. He needs to attempt to achieve something. They're basically going to be left absolutely broken. Moving on to the next round. This is round number 14 now. Match point is basically given to him for free. EnVyUs won't have anything really to play with.
Quicks was going for the knife there. Kolar shaking his head in disbelief. He can't believe they're 2 rounds away from punching their ticket to the finals. Round number 20 now. Look at the money there for EnVyUs. 3,000 across the board. It's looking like they're going to go for the quasi-buy here. And they shall. No AKs, no rifles, no AWPs. Light utility, Kevlar, and upgraded pistols. 2 CZs, 3 P250s. It's looking likely this goes to 15-5.
They push their way out as fast as can be, though, as they storm out towards the A site. Hadji wants to make the play. He needs to make the play with a CZ. He's only on 17 HP, though, because the brute force that was transferred onto him. Calais should spot him out, struggles a little bit, but eventually connects the headshot and takes him down. Gonna keep on roaming through as well, trying to find more frags so they can close this down and grab match points so easily. As EnVyUs are struggling to do too much. Lambert gonna eventually claim 1 frag, but it's still a bit of silence towards the B-bomb site though. This is where Fleet has to be key. They want to try and get that bomb down. They actually do take him. They can overwhelm him a bit. Arch with the flick, removes VKL. He's perched up on a high angle as well, so he has clear vision over the site.
Lambert lurking out towards the A side. Jax gets 1, gets traded out though. It's going to be the 2 versus 2. Arch towards default. Does he take the kill? The Pedescal has Kevlar but no utility and a lack of firepower as well. And eventually gets swarmed. They know exactly where Lambert is, and there you have it. 15-5. 10 match points now for Prophecy. The international lineup. Somehow, some way, they're the ones facing potential victory.
Arch has been such a key player in every round. Here a 4K once again. Even when it's coming down to the mark, Arch just steps up. He's ripping his way for everyone.
It's the crucial kills as well. You saw he's the one that turned it into the 4 versus 3. He's also the one that got the kill towards site. Arch is definitely the star player right now. The Ukrainian import onto Prophecy. He's definitely making his mark. 15-5. 10 chances for Prophecy to close this one out. Bomb going to be left towards T-Spawn there from EnVyUs as they're going to be hoping there's some aggression for Prophecy. Smoke comes out, there you have it. Lambert wins the duel down to Kolar. It's going to be the 5 versus 4.
They're into a good position into this round. Starts 2 frags already going the way of EnVyUs. They have to play with confidence. They know they cannot take this round with a glass half empty attitude. It needs to be all out aggression. Really flex their muscles. They try and take that Ivy control ever so slightly. They are tiptoeing in, but the Molotov comes out, actually does divide them. But still, they have the man advantage.
I do indeed. 1 minute 10 on the clock, the two-man lead now for EnVyUs. 1 minute 10, so EnVyUs have time to work with to slow this one down if they want to. Prophecy going to be hedging their bets towards the A side. They're going to be leaving all of the CT defense towards A. No one towards the B bomb side, but right now it's a good call as the play is coming towards the A site itself.
More Quicks with the kill, takes down VKL, going to try and get the second as well. Quicks actually does claim it, and it leaves them into a 2 versus 3. Maybe there's still potential. It's a double AWP setup though, but these scopes are incredibly effective on a map like Train. They're also playing from good angles, but the utility being thrown out from EnVyUs does actually block them off a little bit.
Oh, poor read there. They think it's going to go towards the B site, but actually the bomb was just waiting and lurking towards Pop Dog. Calais now smoked off towards Connector.
Timing could still work for them though, Snods. As he backs off, he gets there in the nick of time. The bomb still hasn't gone down. He's going to spot out the first play. Takes down Jax as he connects the shot with the AWP. This gives them time to rotate back through. They know it's a commit towards A with the timing, but the only thing is it's a 2 versus 2 retake with AWPs.
They have the kits though. Molotov smoke flashbang onto Arch. Can they do this one? Can they secure 16 on the board and make their way into the finals?
Will they be able to qualify for the finals? Oh, awkward timing, but Arch gets one! Arch leaves himself with a 1v2! He finds the kill! Arch, the man of the moment, the hero, the prophecy needed. He got them into overtime, he got them to the third map, and he wins it for them. They make it to the final over Team EnVyUs.
Oh, whatever they've done that one, it's going to be a 2-1 lead as Prophecy somehow, someway take Train. The underdogs prevail. And there you have it, 16-5 as they were stomped on Mirage. Facing defeat on Cobblestone, but they brought it back. 15-1 in terms of the rounds of the latter portion of that second map, and there you have it, head in hands. They're not happy with how that one's gone.
An insane shake-up there. There's no way they should have been the team that was walking their way through. Quick said it himself, he thought they had a 70-30 split of being able to take this one, but they step up massively. Arch was the hero they needed. They just ran their way through. Everyone came in big on that final map. A great display of teamwork, and they make it to the grand final.
Cinderella story comes to fruition there, as they will make it to the finals. Guaranteed that top 2 spot, and EnVyUs favorites for the tournament. We saw the play in the first map and the second one. That's why they were looking likely to take the whole Elite Series. And there you have it. They lose 2-1 to Prophecy, as Prophecy make it back next Saturday.